Wake up, Lincoln.
Come on, it's 6 o'clock. Rise and shine, rise and shine.
It's time for Early Break. Brought to you by Sandhills Global. Live from Lincoln, America. Here's Jake Sorensen.
Did seem kind of meh.
Husker Online, Steve Sipple.
Surprisingly good.
And longtime college football assistant coach, Bill Busch.
I want to buy a couple ducks. I'm bringing 2 ducks to the office.
This is Early Break.
Good morning. Happy Victory Monday to you, Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, Bill Busch on Early Break. Going to be a party today in the studio as we celebrate Nebraska's 28-10 win over Colorado. We'll get to that here shortly. Sip.
Hi, guys.
How are you today?
Good morning to all you. Good morning. Come on, Bill.
What are you writing down, Bill?
Lots of stuff going on.
Bill
headset's
Busch is
not
here.
on.
I'm here. And Ben is here.
And
Ben was late.
Ben was about 5:40, yeah.
Quite late. Did you say quite late? Whew. Yeah, I was late too. God bless. Thank you, Lord, for getting me here on time and getting. I don't set an alarm, as you guys know. So,
Which is always, ideal for a 6 a.m. morning show, but
Yeah.
your body tells you what to do, I guess.
yeah, I usually wake up early, so it's not a problem. Today I woke up at 5:40. Whew.
Yeah.
That was I've never set an alarm in my life.
That is a stunning thing to
I've never
acknowledge
set
here.
one. I've never. I wouldn't. I can tell you unequivocally. I've never had a glass of wine, and I've never set an alarm. I've never set an alarm in my life. I woke up at 5:40, and it's on at that point. It's scary, as you know, Bill. You're in a freak show mode. You know.
I get you.
Yeah.
I'm full support of that.
Okay, you're ready.
Yes.
You're locked in.
We are locked in. We're ready to roll.
The plane's leaving the
I sent Sip a text at 5:56 and said, I don't see your truck out. I sent an airplane emoji. You're late.
Yeah.
Got a phone call. You thought you'd be late. You got here still a minute early, so you're good to go.
Yeah,
You're all set.
I was at 16th, and I was at that U stop on. I don't know. I don't know the addresses around here. I was at
Lived here for 40 years.
I never
things where they're at.
I don't go by addresses. I know we're at 11th and O though. And I know there was a shooting at 10th and O. You wouldn't believe the scene.
Was the shooting part of the bank robbery from before?
At 1:45 a.m.
Yeah.
On Saturday, early Sunday morning. God, there were 40 police down here because there was a shooting.
Yes,
a man
was.
died. It was nuts. So that's that's partly why I was late, because I didn't sleep much on Saturday night because I had to get up and work. And Marty was in town.
And I saw Marty.
It is Bruce, by the way, Bill.
Bruce.
I wanted to address that
in the
with you.
pregame show. Yeah, Marty and Angie were both here
Yeah, it's
for
Martin
the pregame
Bruce.
show.
It's Martin Bruce. It is. I was right.
That's good. But you had no idea he played tennis and he was the state champion, and you're 1 year apart.
But
did not.
We're
go
not
to the
even
match.
1 year apart, by the way.
Didn't
It's less than a year.
less than a year. And kid had no idea he was playing. He came home with the trophy. Like, what's that? Oh, I just won the state tournament.
Oh, good job.
What
That's
sport?
good. Nice.
Debate? No, tennis. Congrats, Marty.
Anyway,
He was great though in the pregame show. Good
Yeah,
to see
thank
Marty
you.
and Angie.
yeah,
That's
Marty
fun.
and Angie are full of life. It was great. I think they're back in Tallahassee, and that's it. Tied a bow on it. Yeah.
I have a little something
Okay.
for idle chit chat.
What do you got,
Please.
Bill?
At the event in at the winery in Seward which was incredible.
That'd be
Jake-
Junto.
Yeah, Junto.
Junto,
Wait a
wonderful.
second. What are we
It was
talking about?
quite a facility,
The
isn't it,
winery?
Jake? It really is. It's
What-
it's
Junto is incredible. That is
Yeah.
an amazing.
You went to the
place.
winery?
yeah. So that's where the event was held at, the fundraiser.
Okay.
on
for-
Friday night.
Yes, for Brave Bee, and that was an incredible night. But I was there. I was walking around talking to everybody, and had an incredible moment. I'm talking to this group of young couples, talking to them.
Young couple.
And the guy lets me know that that Cassidy, and it's pronounced Buescher, like Fisher, Buescher, I think, something of that nature. She's from Carlton, Nebraska, and in 2000 she was voted in Carlton the Milo Queen. She was the Milo Queen. Ag. She was the Milo Queen. I got a photo with her. But that was incredible to meet
The
someone.
Milo. This is a lot.
This is a lot right there. And so
The Milo
the
Queen.
Milo Queen, Cassidy, Buescher,
The Milo Queen.
or Bisher, I think it's
You're
Fisher,
fine.
might be. Anyway, I have a photo with her, which is incredible. They had a lot of spirit too. They were all spirit animals, so I like that. They had a great time. But she was the Milo Queen, year 2000.
Did you? And you were at the winery.
At Junto in Seward.
It was
Okay.
an incredible night. I mean, because it's all garage doors to open the back up, so the doors were wide open. It's probably
nice.
75 degrees.
Sip, you would be very impressed with this
Yeah.
place. It is a beautiful place.
Raised a lot of
Beautiful.
money, had a lot of fun. So anyway,
Good job.
but Cassidy, once again, congratulations. I don't want that to be overlooked as if it's not a big thing to be the Milo Queen in year 2000.
But we're very
That is
proud of
big.
you. We're proud of you, Cassidy.
Cassidy Busch.
Ag.
Yes.
Ag.
We're an ag show. That's why I brought it up.
Oh, we
Yeah,
are.
We're an ag show.
We are.
Sports show that
Yes,
says
sports
ag
show.
once in a while. Yep.
Yes.
Sports show, ag show, and we make you money. Just hang with us.
That's right. That's what
Hang
we do.
with us. Ben's here. He's listening.
Do you want a programming note, Sip, real quick?
I do need one.
Okay. Now, Sip loves the NFL winners and losers. As of last year, that's moved to Tuesday. So we will have winners and losers back tomorrow and Tuesdays going forward. I can still rock my Dolphins polo after a win 20-17 yesterday.
You can rock
but
it.
the text I sent you guys were a typical, like I'm already mid-season form.
Just go ahead. Just go ahead and say disturbing.
Yeah. Just
Text were disturbing.
Just real simple. We're going to delve into that real quick here during idle chit chat. Let me make sure we have all this stuff here.
Delve, I got to take my sweatshirt
I'm
off.
going back here.
Okay.
I'm going back with this. Let's get started here.
This is the group chat
Yeah.
of the three-legged stool, and as
1 minute into the game.
Yep.
Jake Sorensen. Dolphins offense looks like feces. 1 minute into the season.
Was it 1 minute?
1 minute in like that.
that was early. Yeah, it was
Then,
3 and out.
I text first quarter, Jake. Then you text Jake. Then Jake texts back. Oh God, the defense is bad too. We are blank. 0-17 season coming.
There was profanity in the text.
There was a lot of
96-yard drive for ease for the Jags.
That was bad.
Panicking, down 7-0. Like that. 14-0 Jacksonville. Season over. 14-0 Jacksonville. Season's over. That's what Jake texted me. Okay. This team is old. Got their money. Doesn't care anymore.
Ouch. That hurt.
Yeah, he did.
That hurt.
Then the word bastards came out.
Yeah, I said that.
Yeah. Then that one came out. Yeah, and I said, maybe next year, Jake. That's been my motto for 33 years.
That was dark.
Simple text. That's just dark. Yes. Dolphins look like a heaping pile of elephant hit.
I did
Wasn't
say that.
hit.
Yeah,
It
right,
wasn't
right,
hit.
It wasn't hit.
He said the Panthers are down 30-0, by the way. That was funny.
I had to throw in something that was positive.
Goes-
Made me laugh.
The Panthers were down 30-0.
They lost 47-10.
It gets better. Finn's down 17-7.5. There is someone booing in Brewski's. That someone is me.
I didn't see that one. That's funny.
That was funny.
That's funny. That's super funny.
I booed
Yes.
it half.
Yeah.
Did you boo?
I booed it.
He
half.
booed.
You audibly booed?
I think the TV said,
Yes. He booed. He audibly
Okay,
booed.
I don't know what to say. Jay.
Yes.
Were you alone?
no.
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
This is towards the end now. Dolphins kicker just missed a 42-yard field goal, about 70 yards left that would have tied the game. I cussed loudly at the bar. Cut him.
If you had watched
And
the
then I
kick,
said,
you'd be
well, get his
ashamed.
home address and phone number. Next text was, Dolphins win.
I take a little
And who made the
hiatus.
kick, Jake?
Jason Sanders did.
Yeah.
If you,
Jake, that meltdown was unbelievable. You were 1 minute into the season.
It
Season's
was
over.
startling. It was startling.
All I could think was, please, Jake, never coach and stay
know
away
that.
and stay away from me. You'd be the guy that I'd fight in the.
Would you
Jake
fight
would be
him?
the guy that I would fight in the staff room,
Would you
even or on the press
I
box.
think I can turn it down when I have
they
to.
get the other team get 2 first downs. We're screwed. Game over.
Would you fight him? He used the word feces, which
yes,
was
you were the
did.
word
right
feces.
away. I was
in,
taken
in, my,
aback.
in my first text.
Right.
The first text. had
Ben, he used the word feces.
I looked at my the text came in at 12:07. The game started at 12:02. That was the time. That's as long as Jake was into it.
Yep. It was a 3 and out off the bat. I was not happy.
3 and out.
so
And that,
here we go.
yeah, there we go.
Bunch of sideways passing going nowhere.
Uh-huh.
Ha ha. Yeah, they figured it out. though.
Last text. Dolphins win. Everything's fine.
Everything's good. 1-0. And the shirt is done today.
It looks good.
Thank you.
I kind of like that shirt.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Appreciate
Kind
that.
of juvenile.
That is Idle Chit
Adolescent.
Chat, sponsored by.
Swim called me an adolescent one time.
Yes, it did. Idle Chit Chat, sponsored by our friends at RenewYourAuto.com. Please call or text David at 402-833-3858 or go to RenewYourAuto.com. Body shop, ceramic coatings, window tinting, and more. at renewyourauto.com. Again, 402-833-3858. Nebraska is 2-0 for the first time since 2016.
Yeah.
An epic first half led to a win. Nebraska was up 28-0 in this game.
Mm-hmm.
Listen to the crowd right here on this.
Crowd noise?
This is Nebraska's up. Nebraska's up 7-0, and then they pin Colorado deep. The first play of the drive, Shedeur Sanders back to pass. Here's what happened.
7 yards deep. Lets it go to the sideline. Pick six. Tommy Hill. The short run to the house.
That made it 14-0, and it felt like at that point, again, Nebraska was in charge. They did hold, obviously got a 28-0 halftime lead. They win the game 28-10. Not a very impressive second half. It was a ref fest in the second half. A million flags were thrown to kind of take away any sort of fun plays or any sort of positivity there. But 28-10, Nebraska wins on Saturday.
Yeah, it was. The defense looked really good. And here's what I'd say: did anybody predict? One of the breakers, I'm sure, will weigh in and say they did, but not many people, not many experts, I would say, predicted that Colorado would score only 10.
Well, at least earlier said 48 points.
Yeah, I went most of my scores. I went back and looked. A lot of people were again great win. I went back and looked at a lot of my text messages because I got hit up by a lot of people with score predictions.
Right.
And I averaged about my number was in average was 38-17. That was the number that I'd went with pretty much all for the last week.
17's a pretty good. That's pretty good.
But I did think even they might get a couple late. I thought Nebraska would be so out in front that they might get something late, which they didn't. They had one score late, but 10 points is very remarkable defense.
I think it
is. That's very good defense.
I would almost say remarkable. Our friend George Darlington, I talked to George yesterday. He said he never would have dreamed that Nebraska. In fact, George very bluntly just said I picked Colorado. That he thought Colorado would win the game, and he said I never would have dreamed. George knows what he's talking about. He watches the team closely. He watches practices closely. He said I never would have dreamed they'd hold Colorado to 10. So that was my biggest takeaway too. Is wow.
Yeah, 10 was like I said. I thought they'd have 17, maybe even get to 20.
Yeah,
but I think everyone here felt the same with what showed up. Was that the line of scrimmages were so different. It wasn't even remotely close on both sides of the ball. With the O-line, if you compare Nebraska's O-line to Colorado's O-line and the D-line, Nebraska's D-line,
way better. Yeah, you're right.
It's not even close.
No.
And then so that also just tells you what can happen when you have three great wide receivers and a really good quarterback, but you don't have any mass up front.
No,
and you did that.
They got
that's playing well.
up front.
They don't. The other part of Colorado that I think is undersold in the discussion is that with all those new players, I'm not sure that their coaches even know who their best guys are right now. I mean, they know who the best guys are on offense, obviously, but knowing what everybody does well and getting everybody to do the right things, I think you want to catch Colorado early every year under this current, the way they are now. 2 new coordinators, all 42 first-year players, a lot of guys playing for Colorado for the first time. Get them early.
I agree.
Get them early. Do you agree? Do you agree?
I agree. And the one that stands out about Colorado, where did Horn come from?
Jimmy Horn. I don't. You know what? Now that you mention it, he's from Florida.
Was it? I thought it was FAU. Wasn't it FAU?
No, that was LeJohntay West.
Sorry, my bad.
So
I'll look this up.
Here's my reason for that. The Jimmy Horn thing. That's not that important. Really.
Okay.
What comes to mind is that best players probably are Shedeur, their quarterback. Also would be Travis Hunter, would be really good. And then
Horn.
and then Horn, but and then Sanders, Shiloh, they got hurt. So they're probably if you take the three, Horn's different. So they brought in like 100 players,
42 new transfers first year.
And in the 2 years they brought in
over that period,
over 100 new players.
Yeah.
And besides the ones that came with him, or Dion, who have they brought in? Who do you even notice on the team?
I'm not.
There's no one.
No.
There's
we
no
pointed
one.
at the running backs aren't impressive.
No, they're
Dallin Hayden.
There's no one that you look at. So they brought in roughly 100 players, and the three that came with them are really good, and then Horn, and that's kind of where it stops. That's shocking.
Geez, that's a good point.
There's 100 players came in, and you're not like, well, look at the 2 DNs.
No.
Well, look at the three
Not really.
technique. Well, look at the line. No, you don't see.
Not really.
Where are they at?
They thought along those lines, Bill. They thought they brought in pass rushers, and they, like I told you before, like last week. Remember, I said I read that article where somebody wrote Colorado has an embarrassment of riches at like D end edge rushers, an embarrassment of riches. I didn't see that.
We didn't see it last week against North Dakota State.
No,
either.
so they don't have an
Their
embarrassment.
starting quarterback was like 18 for 22 against them, and then they brought the other. I mean, they threw for. I mean,
North Dakota State got 449 on.
Yeah, 449.
Yeah, yards.
That's a lot.
Yeah,
so that tells
it's a big number. Yeah,
that's a huge number. So they don't. When you look out there, I don't see anyone.
No, you're right. That's a good point. I mean, it doesn't appear that Prime's is doing a great job.
Well, I thought we thought we expected that though.
Yeah, we did.
I mean, Nebraska lost them last year. It was disappointing. They went 4-8 after a 3-0 start.
But here's the thing: you got to do. You got to acknowledge. Now, Bill's the only one in this room that was comfortably saying Nebraska would win the game.
He did. Yeah, that's right.
He's the only one in the room. So don't revise the history.
I'm not saying. Yeah, well, I didn't believe in Nebraska yet.
Right. I didn't. When I woke up Saturday morning, I always got to do this. I got to remind myself after the game what I thought before the game, which was this is going to be a tough game. Remember, we were sitting here and Lee Sterling picked Colorado to win 48-45. Joel Klatt picked Colorado to win
34.
C.
Big C.
Big C. Big C confidently picked Colorado.
Yes.
We thought there was confusion.
No.
His dad clarified, but no.
C
did.
Desmond Howard picked Colorado. So it wasn't all, Nebraska got to win this. Bill thought they'd win easily. I thought they'd win not easily. You thought they'd win not easily.
Well,
they won easily.
This is a team that has hurt themselves in the past. Nebraska had no turnovers for they're +3 through 2 weeks in turnover margin.
That's almost, don't play breaking news. Don't do it.
We haven't seen
Don't do it. But that is almost like breaking news.
It feels like it's just massive.
Yeah, it's
they're +3.
They're +3.
It's an incredible job. But when you watched it, there was two things that stand out the most. Was that Colorado's not great and Nebraska is very good.
Yeah, they're pretty good.
And so they're very good. And so what can happen sometimes is you don't play up to your standard, and Nebraska did. I know in the second half, I'm sure that Coach Rule's not like, well, no, that wasn't great in the second half when you don't have any points on a defense that's struggling. But there was never a time after even after the first drive, and I saw that even before the pick six, there was never a time in that stadium that you thought Colorado could win. There was never a time you thought that.
Okay, there was one point. God, you guys got to help me. There was a point where it could have got interesting. I thought, when did Jimmy Horn have the long return?
The kickoff return. That was after the first touchdown.
That was, yeah.
Or was it after the second one?
No, it was the first one. I think it was 7-0, and they had the long return to make it in Nebraska.
Oh, good job, guys.
Like a 50-yard return.
Yeah, it was a long return.
It's a really good
Nebraska's up 7-0, and they had the long kickoff return.
And that's, I thought if Horn got in and John Hole didn't make that, I think when you look back on this game years from now, that's a play that you think about. That John Hole, oh yeah, you're right. It was right after it.
It started at Nebraska's 37-yard line.
Yeah, so Jimmy Horn would have tied the game. That would have been a huge, huge moment for Colorado if Jimmy Horn gets by John Hole. But John Hole somehow hawked him down.
Yeah. Well, he made several guys miss on the return, so that kind of got him off stride a little bit. But it was a great effort play. But also John Hole. To be able to get him on the ground, yes.
And then Colorado start. I'm not going to talk for 15 minutes about this. I just want to make one point. Colorado gets, as Jake said, to the Nebraska 37, and immediately Shedeur sacked by Nash for an 11-yard loss. So right away they're pushed out, didn't score. And I thought that set the tone.
Yeah, that was a big part of it. If they'd have got even a field goal there,
yeah,
even
a little different,
but a little bit potentially. And then it wouldn't have mattered in the game, but I think the interception that went through, not the almost interception that went through Colorado's hands for a touchdown to Ramir.
Yes.
If he catches it clean, I think he's going to run
for a while.
I think he's going to run for a while. So that could have, maybe they get something, that in that drive, that made it 28-0.
That's right. Yep.
Right.
And so maybe would have went to 21-3, or maybe they somehow get a score. That could have been a little bit of a flip. But again, when you're watching the game, just watching it, you didn't think so.
No.
Well,
you didn't
that
think
touchdown
you didn't. They're like, no, this isn't happening.
That TD was scored with 40 seconds left in the second half. So if they had ran that back for a touchdown,
it wouldn't have been
7.5. Woo.
Yeah, I don't think it would have been a touchdown, but it would have been. They had a chance maybe to give them a chance to get some points. But still, as you're watching it, it was. I mean, I flipped around a bunch in the second half to watch other games because it was like this.
In control.
They were completely in control. Even though, think about this, Nebraska, everyone would say, wasn't playing at their best offensively.
No, they weren't
in the second half.
No, it was.
And still, you didn't have any concern. Zero.
Not really. There's
a couple plays that stand out.
didn't.
We don't talk about these plays, but Nebraska blocks a field goal because they were trying to preserve the shutout. They at that point it's still 28-0, and then they block a short field goal. That was a cool play in the game by Nebraska.
So that was
Motivated.
I thought it was Singleton, but it turned out to be
that was
Ty Robinson.
Ty Robinson blocked the kick.
Yeah,
it's a great job because most of the time, I mean, the kick was a line driver, but they had hands in the flight lane, so that was a great play.
Hands up.
In the flight lane.
Yeah.
That kicker will get several blocked this year. I would be shocked if he didn't.
By the way, we talk about positive plays. Defensive Nebraska's you mentioned 6 sacks for Nebraska on Saturday.
6 different guys.
6 sacks for 41 yards. They got it for some big yardage there each time.
6 different guys, Bill. That doesn't happen all that often, right?
No, it doesn't.
6 sacks by 6 different Ben. But listen to Bill. You can learn stuff.
Nash had a sack for 11-yard loss. Ty Robinson 1 for 9. Jamari Butler 1 for 2. MJ Sherman 1 for 5. Prince Uman Yellen 1 for 6, and Willis McGahee the 4th had 1 for 8.
Got one. Willis McGahee's a true freshman. He got in there late and got his. I don't know how there's a scrum of people, so I don't know exactly how he did it, but he swooped in off the edge. I only point out McGahee because he's a true freshman. He's coming.
Yep.
The defense was, I got to say, I know Nebraska's got a good defense. Everybody knows they got a good defense. The question is, how good is it? Now, Saturday night would indicate that it's probably better than I thought. The pass rush, the D-line, you guys know, we talk about it all the time. They're good. I just didn't know how good. It looks to me like Robinson's going to another level.
Agreed.
Doesn't it?
Yeah. And then when the other part is,
Jake,
like I said, obviously they're playing the part, but they also really look the part. I mean, when you see the size of Ty Robinson, that's a big human.
He is gigantic,
and so that is.
You're right.
You don't see those. Did you see anybody even remotely close to him walking around on Colorado's
No.
sideline? There was no one even remotely close to him.
No, he makes Nash look small.
Yeah. And so that's the part that stands out. To again, like I said, it's a great job, and he's in year 6.
Do they have? Okay, I'm going to ask a question. You're just going to do it.
Am I going to push back?
I don't know if you'll push back. You might think I'm crazy now, but I heard this from another ex-coach that said they don't have enough twitch. I'm like, what are you talking about? He said they're good. They just don't have a lot of quick twitch. Right. Now, isn't Prince Will quick twitch? Isn't like MJ Sherman quick twitch a little bit?
Yeah, I believe that they are. Yes, they all, and it is just so everyone knows. Also, we talk about how mass kicks ass. The next most important thing in any football position is quick twitch. The ability to have that. It's like, so it's not like, well, the center, he has to be. Yeah, he does. And when you relate him to other centers, when you relate the 3 technique of the defensive lineman to other. It is a initial burst quickness game, and that's why you see a lot of times that you see corners, wide receivers, running backs. I mean, the best running back maybe yardage wise in the history of the NFL, Emmitt Smith was probably a 4.65, very quick twitch, footwork was remarkable, and so he wasn't a 4.35 guy. You don't see that. So just so you guys know, that's so important, and that's when you see those guys that. Aaron Donald, would be one you said we talk about Twitch when he was at his finest.
Crazy.
At dealing crazy. Like
I think Robinson's kind of quick.
Sue was crazy with it. That's why he also had the mass with it. But the ability they have enough Twitch. Now is it first round draft pick Twitch? I don't know that for sure. That'll be wait to be seen. But they're playing really well.
John Bullock,
Yeah.
Jake. You pointed out John Bullock.
John Bullock, again, his stats aren't incredible. He had five tackles, 4 solo, 1 assist. But what John Bullock did, he knocked down the ball a couple times in the pass game, and then he makes the big 4th down stop, 4th and 2, just stops the running back there. I thought he was, again, didn't have like 20 tackles, but he had an incredible game. I thought he made an impact all the way through.
Yeah, John Bullock, if I remember right, was big right off in the second half, maybe. He had a big second half. He was big. A lot of guys played well though for Nebraska.
Yeah,
when you go through teams right now and you start watching all the great teams right now, and I think Texas is great. I think Ohio State is great. I think Georgia's great. A lot of great. Just watch them offensively. And what are they? They're in a bunch of constricted formations, tight ends all over the place, doing different personnel. I just don't know how you function your entire game in 4 wides because
like Colorado does.
I just don't know how you function that way to win championships because no one wins championships like that. You didn't see teams doing that last year. You saw Michigan, you saw Washington, all these Alabamas. If you don't have tight ends, because here's why: the run game is so simple. So when you're preparing, do you understand on defense the amount of time you spend on run fits by call? Hey, if we're in this call, they run this. Boom, we have pullers, we have counters, we have all these things going on. It's tough. Oh, now they're in 2 tight ends. Now they're in 3 tight ends. Now the tight ends are off the ball. Now we just motion back into the box.
Yep.
And the run fits are ridiculous. They're not. There was zero because they have inside zone. And also
what else do they have?
That's it. They don't have anything else. And so there's no stretch. And also when the quarterback hands the ball off, he doesn't even attempt to make it look like it's a zone read, like he might keep it.
Nope.
There's no
stand-off.
You can bend every time off the edge and just say, you know what? Let's just see if Shedeur will carry the ball 10 times.
He will not.
He will not. And so you can just bend. And so the run game is so simple. And then obviously they're limited also with that at O-line. And at running back, they're not very good.
If you look at the stats again, it took them late in the 4th quarter to get positive yardage running the ball. They were at one point negative 27, I think, running the ball.
Yeah, a lot of that some of that was sacks.
I know, but 22 carries total with the sacks for 16 yards.
Right.
At some point in time, I know when I was with the staff earlier this year during their camp, was even during scrimmages, they handled it like adults, and they kept the stats like the NFL does. And they want to know, what is our true run defense?
Mm-hmm.
What is our true run defense? I want to know what that is. And so like that, until the NCAA needs to get on board with that to have the stats correct, because you don't want to know, like Jake says, well, they didn't rush for a yard. Well, they didn't rush very good, but the sack yardage, those in the NFL, that comes off the passing game stats.
As far as Shedeur goes, well, I'm going to go to your point about always lining up in 4 wide, not really giving yourself a chance. What that does is gives Shedeur a chance to throw for a zillion yards and get drafted in the first round. That's what that is. And a lot of people, the cynics, believe that Prime's just there to get his kid in a draft in the first round. Maybe not there to win championships. They don't play like a team that's interested in championships. I don't know what he's trying to do there. I mean, what you said is interesting to me, because coupled with the whole we're flipping the roster every year, how do you do it? How do you win? We remember 2 years ago when they hired him and he started this process of overhauling the roster. I mean, I wondered aloud, how do you do it? How do you win? How do you do it?
Well, the one thing you have to defend a little bit is that roster needed to be flipped.
It did. Now that's true.
That was one game.
That was
one.
And they were horrible.
They were horrible.
Yeah.
And so it wasn't like, well, no, he's got to stick with these.
But then he did it again. That's the confusing thing. He brought in a bunch of guys, and then he did it. He ran a bunch of guys out.
So when you have someone in your locker room, Robinson, Giffords, all these guys in your locker
7
room.
seniors on
Guys that
guys on the defense.
Guys from the state, guys from out of state, but they've been around through all this. They help when someone comes in. It's just like when all of a sudden someone came into the Patriots, it was the Patriots way.
Right.
That they handled it. And so you came in from you were a new free agent. You got on board real fast with what was already going on there. So you can add in some new, but if you don't have people in your locker room that understand what it means to play at a place and how they want things done, it's really, really hard.
Guys, Nebraska has 7 seniors starting on defense, 4 juniors. That's a veteran. That's veteran. That's 7 seniors, and 4 juniors.
And some of them are 6-year.
Right.
Yeah,
Ty
6-year.
Yeah, other guys.
So that's incredible.
A couple of things to add from the aftermath. Nebraska, for the first time since 2019, is ranked in the polls. Number 23 in the AP poll as of yesterday. Number 24 in the coaches poll. So 2 games in, back in the rankings, Nebraska.
That's partly why yesterday was weird for me. You know, at the Journal Star, I'd always have to do the rankings story. I haven't had to do that, and I was like, oh, got to do this again. It was, so that's partly why I overslept, because I was working a lot yesterday.
You ever see somehow you get some crazy message? I don't know if it was a DM, something. I'm like, I've never seen this message from, I don't know, like 2 months ago. Someone reached out to me to be a voter in the top 25.
Really?
Yeah, but I didn't respond.
You should have done that, Bill.
Just didn't see it. I could have been doing the
Associated Press
voter segment on your
coaches poll.
I think it was Associated Press.
Yeah, it would have.
Yeah. I'm with the press now. I'm with the media. I don't have a job. Thanks, Steve. Can't do the coaches one, can I?
No,
that's funny. I know you couldn't wait.
No, I didn't
couldn't
mean
wait
that.
to bring
I
it
didn't
up.
mean
That's
it that
okay.
way.
Shots fired.
Maybe
shots
they
fired again.
No, that wasn't a shot fired. That was not a shot fired. I thought maybe you could still do it.
No,
I still regard you as a coach. So
I used to do.
Maybe they still regard you as a coach.
I used to do the,
and maybe they didn't know. By
know.
the way, that was the.
I used to do the coaches poll with Coach Osborne every Sunday. I'd go in there and I'd have them all down, and we'd go over. Now I didn't do it, so some people say that somebody else did it. Coach Osborne did it. I just went in. Oh, he did it, but I just went in with him and we went over all. So I had to have all the information. Okay, Bill, what was the previous top 25?
So you did it for Osborne.
But I didn't do it. No,
joking,
no.
Joking.
He did it. So some people, that's always the thing that no.
Oh,
Coach
they don't.
Osborne did it. But I sat down with him in his office about 10:30 in the morning, 10 o'clock in the morning every Sunday. And we'd go through the wins, losses, this, that. I mean, he would ask me a question, but it wasn't like I was like, Coach, here's what I think you want to do here. Coach Osborne handled
I want to be clear on something. That was not shots fired. All right. It was not. It was not.
I'm just kidding. I'll get a job again. I'm talking to people. I'll figure something out.
You're a coach. You're a coach. Okay, so yeah, what is it? 28-10.
28-10. Nebraska beats Colorado 2-0 for the first time since 2016, which is incredible. First time in the polls since 2019. And Northern Iowa awaits here in Lincoln on Saturday.
And you know who ushered them out of the poll in 2019? Colorado.
They did.
Colorado ushered them right out. So it's sort of coincidental, right?
So there's a couple things that Colorado I'd like to add.
Mm-hmm.
The 2 things is
the Buffaloes.
We talked about. I think I hit on this about a year ago that this will be one of the biggest ESPN 30 for 30 stories ever, and it still will be. No matter what happens, that this will be an incredible story. And I really enjoy Travis Hunter and Horn. Those guys, I'd like to coach. I'd like to coach those guys. You watch them play.
Yeah,
they just played. Travis Hunter played. I mean, almost played the entire game.
Yeah,
both ways.
By the way, he had 10 catches for 110 yards. Did a good game.
That's good.
He's starting corner. Had 10 catches,
14 targets.
Yeah, that's that.
Shedeur it's sort of playground offense. Yeah. I'm just going to look for Travis or Jimmy Horn.
But those guys are. And do you ever see Horn do anything but play?
No,
I really don't.
Tough dude.
Because we're not bringing it up because Colorado just gets beat up so bad for everything. Because there was some body language and things on the sideline and stuff. It was weird. It wasn't real good. When you're watching it from afar, you're not going like, well, I think they're just right there on the cusp.
Nope.
The Colorado State game is going to be so intriguing. It's going to be incredible.
That's this week.
That's this weekend.
I wonder.
That's going to be an intriguing game.
Colorado, God, I know you're going to push back. They're a little better defensively than I thought. Little better. That doesn't mean they're good. I'm not saying they're good. They're a little better.
If I'm their defensive coordinator, they had a pick 6. So they gave up 21,
right?
340 something yards, and on offense, 0 time of possession.
Right.
They couldn't move the ball an inch. So if I'm the defensive coordinator, I'm somewhat happy
Exactly.
with where I'm at.
Yeah.
I'd be like, I would have got on the plane going like, well, we gave up 21 points. We didn't move the ball at all.
Right.
And one of those touchdowns you guys gave to them.
Right.
And
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
you're right.
I didn't think they were that bad.
And North
up front.
Dakota State had 450.
Yep, 334 is not bad.
And so I'm like,
No.
if I'm the D coordinator, I'm not all freaked out. But you didn't see anyone there that's an NFL player besides Travis Hunter.
No.
On defense.
On defense.
Yeah.
Now, Shiloh Sanders got his arm broken by the big man.
Dante Dowdell.
That was in the first half.
Yes, it was.
Dowdell hammered him, broke his forearm.
Ouch.
Yeah, broke his forearm. Dante. So yeah, no, but you're right. I didn't think their defense was that bad.
I would say this too. Nebraska 3 of 12 on third downs.
Not
That's
great.
positive. You're Colorado. That's a good stat.
Colorado
3 for 12.
I think Colorado was 4 of 14.
You are correct. 4 for 14 for Colorado.
So what Nebraska did, what I did not envision, is they made Shador look pretty ordinary. Or you could say their offensive line made Shador look pretty ordinary.
I remember I was watching the game with my wife in the garage. It was like, I think it was the fourth down stop. I think it was with Bullock, I think, when it made the play.
Yep.
And I'm like, if they run inside zone, they'll lose 2 yards.
They did.
They did. Boom,
They
2-yard
did.
loss. I'm like,
They'll call it the play.
Not to have I go, if they run inside zone, there'll be a 2-yard loss. If they don't do something creative. But tell me about your play actions when you're in 4 wides.
They're meaningless.
No one's falling for them.
Yeah, there's nothing.
They're meaningless.
There's nothing there. Or your shots down the field where you get a chance for a max protect, deep over, all those things that come up in that. And you talk about, a lot of yards thrown. That doesn't correlate into the NFL. The NFL looks at you right away if you're a quote system quarterback. A lot of times, a lot of times at Texas Tech, a lot of those quarterbacks, they didn't play in the NFL. It doesn't.
No,
so when you play in the style with no tight ends in the game, it's going to be really hard for them to win games.
Then why do they do it? That's the question. Why are they doing it?
It's kind of odd too, because Shermer's their coordinator.
Pat Shermer.
And he's an NFL guy.
So why
they can't run the ball? They don't have a good offensive line at this point.
Well, or is it because we have to keep it simple because we have all these new guys playing together for the first time?
And
we don't even know what we got at some places, at some positions. We're not even sure.
If you looked at their schedule, which I looked at yesterday, each one, this is the new thing I do that could lose. I like to do in could loses, like
could lose,
like Nebraska next week. Is it a could lose? No, it's not. It's not. But their next 10, they could lose.
Colorado,
they could lose all of them. Their next 10, they could lose. You look at it and go. You don't look and go, okay, they've got 3 gimme wins. They don't. They could lose each one. Their easiest game coming up is Colorado State. This
could
week,
lose.
And could lose. It's at Colorado State.
Could lose. They look. It doesn't look like this is going to work. Now it's just going to come down to how tolerant the Colorado fans are. Will they be okay with a 3-9 this year?
What would the feeling be like when last year at this time for the Colorado State game, it was like the old USC days with everyone wanting to be on the sideline. It was the who's who list.
Will it be like that now?
No, I don't think not at all. That's just not how it works. So imagine all of a sudden you're used to people being around practice. Imagine what it was like last year at this time after week 2, they'd beaten TCU in Nebraska.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine the vibe around. It was nuts. It was the biggest story in college football.
Mm-hmm.
And right now it's still a big story, which is crazy because they were 4-8 last year and they're 1-1 now. But they're still a big story, but there's no one flying in.
Now it's
hold your thought. We gotta get to break.
We're
way behind. Before we get to break, quick plug for our friends at Early Bird. For breakfast. 19th and K. Breakfast burritos. They got all the types of pancakes in the world. Also the world famous hash holes. Hash hole. Jeez. We had to respond to a text.
Yeah,
19th and K. Stop by today. Great breakfast spot. Breakfast, brunch, and lunch open every day. 6:30 to 2:30 when we come back. Head scratchers on early break.
Am I part of this?
Yes, you are. You're in charge.
You're listening to Early Break with Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, and Bill Busch. Sponsored by Sandhills Global on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Midwest Bank is proud to be your local community bank right here in Lincoln. This is Abby with Midwest Bank. Stop by our new location at 70th and Pioneers. Our new full-service branch does it all. From our friendly staff to our easy online banking and mobile app, you get all the technology of a big bank that you need, but but you still get the hometown customer service that you want. Your community, your bank. Midwest Bank. Learn more at midwest.bank. Member FDIC.
You can help fight deadly diseases like RSV and influenza while getting paid for your time. Velocity Clinical Research is now seeking clinical trial participants in your area. Participants can receive compensation for study-related time. No health insurance is needed to join. Find a study near you at velocitytrials.com. That's velocitytrials.com.
Ticket listeners know a dream team when they see one. At Applied Connective, we've been in the game for 20 years and have developed a team of world-class leaders in all things IT. From cybersecurity and Microsoft products to physical security, audio-video, infrastructure, business phone systems, and anything in between. We'll help you leverage technology to become your most secure, efficient, and profitable. Head to our website to check out real reviews and testimonials and sign up for a free tech consultation. We can show you where you might be vulnerable, inefficient, or overspending. It's a game changer, and it's totally free. Claim yours right now at appliedconnective.com.
Unearth the secret to long-lasting tires at Tread's Central Tire Pros, a league apart in commitment, service, and expertise. This isn't just about rubber meeting the road, but trust, safety, and surety converging in perfect harmony. This is where expectations are exceeded every time. Make your appointment today at Tread Central Tire Pros, just south of Cortland on Highway 77, or visit our website to explore our services. Remember, when it comes to tires, choose Tread Central Tire Pros because we tread differently.
At Fairway Meat Market, your family. And as part of the family, they want to save you money on your meat and groceries. Now, through September 15th, enjoy 8-ounce USDA Choice Boneless New York Strip Steaks for $7.99 each. USDA Choice Boneless Beef Crock Pot Roast for $4.99 per pound. Fresh salmon fillets for $9.99 per pound. And Busch Light 30-packs for just $18.99. That's all at Fairway Meat Market in the Rockledge Square Shopping Center, just south of 84th and Van Dorn.
Ryan, with all this red and all these people around, I'm still not seeing the tailgate.
Todd Spidell, former body shop owner, terrible driver.
We're getting close. Now, did you know with 3 locations in Lincoln and hundreds of years of combined technician experience, we can get Husker fans back on the road even quicker and safer after their tailgate mishaps? Oh, Todd, turn left right here.
Left or right?
Left, right here.
Right?
Well, you wait for the tow truck. I'm getting a hot dog.
Well, I guess while I'm waiting. All right! Most recommended! Eustace Body Shop.
Woohoo! Dude, you should be on American Idol.
You really think so?
No.
Accidents happen, even to Husker fans. If it happens to you, call Eustace Body Shop, where our customers send their friends.
The most recommended Eustace Body Shop. That's who we are.
John Henry's has a brand new membership club to protect your entire home in one program. With a VIP and a deluxe option, we will help you find the plan that best fits your needs. Receive discounts on services and equipment, priority service, complimentary inspections, and so much more. Protect your home's plumbing, heating, cooling, and electrical systems all in one membership. Call John Henry's to learn more.
435-5555. John Henry's Plumbing, Heating and Air,
and Electrical.
With the Planet Fitness Black Card, you don't just get a great workout, you get a great perk out because your membership is packed with perks. For $1 down and $24.99 a month, you'll get perks like access to any of our 2,400 clean and spacious locations. Bring a friend anytime and both work out with tons of equipment that'll give you that big fitness energy. Relax in the Black Card Spa and more. Work out and perk out with the PF Black Card. Join for just $1 down and $24.99 a month.
Hurry, this deal ends soon.
See Home Club for details.
If you're a homeowner or a business owner, you have a lot of projects, and no one has an unlimited budget or time. Sunbelt Rentals makes all jobs less stressful with no need to purchase large equipment or hire a crew. You can do it yourself with rentals and everything from aerators and power rakes for spring yard work to stump grinders, concrete mixers, tile saws, and more. Check out their inventory in Lincoln, north of Cornhusker Highway on 56th Street, or online at sunbeltrentals.com.
This is former Husker and NFL linebacker Jay Foreman. For years, I've suffered from degenerative problems in both of my ankles, but thanks to a thorough and thought-out plan provided by Advanced Medical Imaging, I was able to get my life back with the least amount of pain as possible. While working through multiple options, the team of physicians at Advanced Medical Imaging were there to answer any questions I had. If you're experiencing any pain at all and want to get your life back, go to amimaging.com or give them a call at 402-484-6677. Advanced Medical Imaging, located at 7601 Pioneers Boulevard.
We're on the air.
Back
Well, party's starting early today, isn't it?
to more of Early Break
Simple, you are an idiot.
on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Segment 2 is always sponsored by our friends at Beck's Hybrids Farmers. We know that volume discounts are a major factor when ordering seed. Oftentimes, discounts are lost buying from multiple brands, but Beck provides the most diverse lineup in the marketplace. For a full farm quote, go and always remember the 3 F's: faith, family, and farming at Beck's Hybrid.
They are also big sponsors of the Milo Queen contest. Yes, it's like they do Milo too. They do Milo also.
You've mentioned that.
Yeah, they do it all right there. And I know Trevor's been very involved. I believe, and I know he's the one that helps vote for who the Milo Queen will be. And so again, Bex, we appreciate that, what you guys are getting done. And I tell you what, the stand's coming in. I mean, they're going to get themselves a crop, and it's incredible. I know
Here comes the stand.
I know they finished harvesting a couple weeks ago down in Beatrice.
Sanderson, I'm going to back myself. Sanderson sent me a picture of them harvesting yesterday. David, an actual honest to God picture.
You got to pick.
A quick shout out to Joe and Boulder.
Yeah, I got Bill's gifts in the back. I'll get it to you during the break.
Oh, Joe brought us gifts.
Whoa!
During the pregame show,
and he brought me a certificate to Buffalo, or not Buffalo Wings.
Yes, Wings and Rings.
Yeah, Wings and Rings.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah, $50.
You and Ben both have a gift too. I will get it to you during the break. It is
That's
in the
awesome.
back.
And then Ben wouldn't have got it because Ben's been late to work, but now he's here. Okay, I'll
Bill,
make sure
this is Joe and Boulder.
That's incredible.
Joe and Boulder brought you gifts.
Yep, he got me a 12-pack of beer, which makes sense, and some Pro V1 golf balls.
He came by on Saturday.
So people just stopped by and brought gifts for us.
They did.
That's unreal.
Joe and Boulder.
Breakers.
He had a group of like 10 people with him too.
Is there anybody listening today? I wonder.
Oh, they're out there. The Breakers are here today.
Buffalo Wings and Rings certificate. I mean,
because you'll use that tonight.
Tonight.
Monday Night Football.
Yeah.
Monday Night Football.
Yeah. Monday Night Football.
Well,
all right. What do we got here?
Bill was gone last week, so we're gonna let him have his fun this week with our Head Scratchers, sponsored by Underdog Fantasy. Go to underdogfantasy.com, sign up with promo code EARLY, and get a free pick and use your first cash pick 'em. You can also get $1,000 in bonus cash when you deposit for all your college football, NFL, MLB needs. Underdogfantasy.com. Bill, it's time for your first edition of Head Scratchers of the football season. Go ahead, Bill.
Jake, you already hit on a couple here that were just insane.
Well, I didn't say them. It's on the rundown.
The rundown. I mean,
wow. He stole your thunder again.
They're on the rundown. That's it.
Northern Illinois beating Notre Dame. I could spend the whole show on that.
Did you watch any of it?
I watched the entire second half. Watched part of the first half.
What happened?
First of all, shout out to Thomas Hammock, and because he's a good friend of mine. He was the running back coach at Wisconsin when I was at Wisconsin. And so that was fun to see him play. Also,
or see him coach.
Yes, and then see him coach. But to see him win this game. And then Jake Applegate, remember him?
Yes,
he's a starting tight end for Northern Illinois. So he was. I was texting with him. I go, "What that?" He goes, "That was just incredible."
Former Husker.
Former Husker
in Lincoln Southeast.
Yes,
right?
Lincoln Southeast.
Went in the transfer portal.
Went to play tight end at Northern Illinois. He goes, "I just loved it there," and I told my wife as I'm watching, I go, "If they make this field goal, it's the biggest upset I've ever seen. It's the biggest upset I've ever watched on TV." I didn't watch.
Huge upset.
It was.
That is
28.5 point. That's what the number was.
They got paid $1.4 million.
28.5. That was awesome. And then the Iowa State at Iowa's a little bit.
Yes.
That's a fun one. I didn't watch it. Iowa got a first down with about like a minute something to go, and I started cleaning the garage. We turn it. I flip back over.
So what happened?
I flip back over and I go, "Hey, they're talking to the Iowa State kicker." I go, "Laura, rewind it." So she rewinds it, and they hit a shot down the boundary. I thought they could run the clock. They had a horrible punt. It wasn't like they didn't hit it. They only punted like to the 24-yard line. They should have been able to pin him like at the 10. So that was incredible. But
so Iowa State comes back and wins on a 52-yard field
They
goal.
were down 13-0 at halftime at Iowa City.
And then like
win.
16-7 at one time.
Yes.
The guy hammered the 52-yard field goal.
Yeah. So here are my head scratchers. The Illini over Kansas.
Yeah.
The Illini over Kansas. That's a head scratcher. That is one right there, obviously. And you knew right away it's a possibility with Bielema coaching. You knew there was a chance. He had his team ready to go, which was really good.
Sold out stadium,
and they field stormed, which we'd predicted on this show.
FSP
at that. Idaho over Wyoming. Idaho over still FCS over a Mountain West school.
Mm-hmm.
Idaho over Wyoming 17-13. Cal over Auburn.
Ooh, ouch.
Cal.
I did not see
Cal,
that.
Auburn.
Cal went to Auburn.
At
21.
Auburn.
Yes, out of the ACC from Northern Cal.
Yeah.
Flew down probably about a 4.5-hour flight. Got off the plane and beat an SEC Auburn team, which felt great about their season coming into it.
What was the score of that game?
21-14.
Hugh automatically. I don't know if you put him on the hot seat,
but it's that's a bad one.
It's
It's
getting
a really,
warm.
really
It's
bad
getting
one.
warm. It's
Remember, they got
getting
beat
warm.
by New Mexico State last year.
I'm telling you, I'm not joking around here. You can push back. Hugh Freeze might be on a hot seat right now.
It could be, and there's no doubt. This one caught me. Southern Utah, because I watched them play last week against Utah. They didn't cross the 50. I don't think it was 49-0.
Southern Utah.
Yeah, they beat UTEP. They beat UTEP. Southern Utah beat UTEP.
Score?
Overtime. I don't know what the score was. That beat them.
Overtime.
But Southern Utah, that should have been a UTEP win by like 30 probably. And Southern Utah beat UTEP. Which
Nebraska beat UTEP twice.
Yep. St. Francis.
did, yes.
St. Francis of Pennsylvania, which I think was Division II, and they still might be, beat Kent State in the MAC. St. Francis of Pennsylvania beat Kent State. That's for another remarkable score.
That is.
Yes.
Head scratcher.
Head scratchers. There's some bizarre things that happen.
Head scratchers.
But you could that Notre Dame game was probably the most remarkable game because
What happened?
they averaged 10.5 yards per attempt.
Who's that?
Northern Illinois. And Notre Dame averaged 4.5 per attempt.
Per pass attempt.
Per pass attempt. And like that. And then I'm going to get to some other things in Bill's thrills about that game.
That's Riley Leonard at Notre Dame. Didn't get it going.
Yeah.
No.
And Notre Dame really simple right now. They're out of the last after that when they beat A&M, everyone said easiest path to the playoffs for anyone. Now I don't think they have any chance of
They're
getting
screwed.
in because
Their schedule's not very hard. But
no, it's not. But they have to win 11.
Yeah.
Because if they have 2 losses and one's to Northern Illinois,
they're
going to take the 3-loss SEC team
100%
over that. They're going to take whoever
They
that
lost
is.
on their home field in Northern Illinois.
Yeah.
If you lose, okay, this is a question, a serious question. If you're a top 10 team that loses on your home field in Northern Illinois, aren't you just out?
Pretty close. I mean,
We'll see you next year.
Yeah. Aren't you just out?
I mean, technically, they'll say by the numbers, no. But right now, can they? I think they got to play USC and they play Clemson. I mean, but they're gonna have to win 11 and look dominant and just roll and just build. If you did that, you could just say, hey, listen, we had one bad game, everything went awry.
No, you lost on your home field in Northern Illinois.
You don't get that pass.
You don't get that.
I'm serious. I don't know if you can if you can put them in.
It'll be really hard.
Yeah.
And then right now, if you watch the game, would you say right now that they'll probably win? Not 11, be 10. Think they'll win the next 10 in a row?
No,
probably not. So one more loss and that's it. And then that will be a tough locker room because the quarterback play was not up to par. And then defensively, they played okay, but Northern Illinois did enough things. But like I
you
said,
saw the game.
What's that?
How did Applegate play? Okay.
He did. He had a holding call by that. But you know what? It was on I guess a fly sweep or something. Whatever it was, it could happen. But no, he played well. He did.
Think about Applegate, the Lincoln kid, transfers to Northern Illinois, goes in to South Bend, and is part of a team that pulls one of the biggest upsets. It'll be one of the biggest upsets of this year.
Yeah. And
didn't have any catches at all, but did play.
Just think how many times you're gonna look. I love they had a quote from the quarterback. He goes, "This is the exact quote was. He goes, I'm gonna remember this for the rest of my life." Yep. Yes, you are. Yes, you are.
It's pretty significant.
You're gonna think about it honestly almost daily for the next 40 years.
You know what's gigantic for Northern Illinois' program? It's just absolutely gigantic.
Well, then I'm the heel on this. I text you guys when the game started. Remember, I text you. I go. Northern Illinois can score. I think they can score. I about sent the text out before, like, hey, this thing could happen. I sent out the Georgia Tech Syracuse one. I said, I go, watch out for Syracuse.
Syracuse must be McCord must be playing very well.
He's playing really well.
They beat
Kyle
Georgia
McCord
Tech.
Playing really well.
Kyle McCord, go ahead.
They beat Georgia Tech.
Kyle McCord was here at 1890 when Dylan announced that I want to go to Nebraska. Kyle McCord was in Lincoln at the time.
Lincoln.
Yeah.
They're in the hotel.
Yeah.
They're actually over. They're sitting down with Davison and Carson.
Well, yeah. I mean,
they're sitting down with those guys, probably having like some sort of a smoothie or something. Probably having a smoothie, crunching some numbers. All of a sudden, hang on. I got a text here. Whoa, what's this?
Looks like Dylan might want to come.
Kyle's been nice.
It appears if we're going to go with a little lower number, you're still welcome here. That's going to drop down a little bit.
It's true that when the Dylan news broke, McCord was in Lincoln.
Yes. He's playing extremely well, but the head
for
scratch
Syracuse.
Idaho over Wyoming, which I told you was a game that
Wyoming's had a rough start.
Wyoming is tough
Got pounded
start.
by Arizona State, and they lose to Idaho the next week. That's not good for Wyoming.
Idaho, you saw Idaho against Oregon. They looked all right to me. Remember I said they looked good.
I tell you one thing. You want to talk about hate? I hate Peacock. I hate it.
Look at your face. Look at his face right now. Why? What's wrong?
Because you can't flip back and forth. So I had to go out. We have an outside TV, so I had to go out and sit outside to watch the incredible Oregon-Boise State game.
And that was on Peacock?
Oregon wins 37-34. Last second field goal.
Is an incredible game.
Oregon, are they not all that?
I don't know. They're some things aren't clicking quite right. Offense is. Defense gave up some plays, but they had the most thing happen I've ever seen in my life. They had a punt return for 90 yards for a touchdown. Oregon did. And then Boise goes back and takes the lead. They kick off. They ran the kickoff back 100 yards for a return. They had a punt return for 90 and a return for 100.
Don't see that very often.
See that very often.
You don't.
No. I felt for the special teams coordinator at Boise. That had to be a rough flight home.
That is Head Scratchers. Up next, Bill's Thrills Song of the Day. Next on Early Break on the Ticket.
You're listening to Early Break with Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, and Bill Busch. Sponsored by Sandhills Global on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Are you ready for a new opportunity? Check out Sandhills Global. Join a dynamic team where your skills are valued and your career can soar. We offer full-time positions with a 4.5-day work week, competitive pay, excellent benefits, and a positive work environment. From IT and marketing to sales and finance, we're looking for talented individuals like you. Apply today at sandhills.jobs and take the first step towards an exciting future. That's sandhills.jobs. Don't wait. Apply now.
Are you a skilled mechanic looking for your next big opportunity? Constructors is hiring. We're looking for experienced mechanics to join our family-owned team. We offer competitive wages, great benefits, brand new service trucks, OEM-level diagnostic software, and career growth opportunities. Positions include lead and A-level mechanics for our shop and multiple field technicians. If you're driven and ready to grow with a company that's been around since 1908, apply today at constructorslincoln.com.
Gary with Gary Michaels Clothiers Lincoln. I'm here to tell you about our custom shirt program. When you come into the store, we measure your chest, mid-waist, and sleeve length. Enter the measurements in an app, and we create your data fit size. You then try on one of our 99 data fit shirts for the proper fit. After that, pick out the fabric, collar, cuff, placket, and in roughly 2 weeks, your shirts are delivered at the same cost of buying off the rack. And by the way, the neck fits too. Gary Michaels Custom Shirts at 56th and Pine Lake Road, Lincoln.
All right, Rico, let's do the final checklist before we head out. We have a lot of people coming to the tailgate today. I'm ready. Burgers? Check. Chips? Check. Icy cold beer? Check. Except this one. I'm forgetting something. Wait a second. Where's the Führer's cheese spread? I can't stop eating it. Rico, relax. I always pack extra. It's the biggest hit of the tailgate.
For the best appetizer, party dip, and tailgate snack, load up on Führer's cheese spread today in most local grocery stores.
Bagels and Joe is the perfect place for breakfast or lunch in September. Try their brand new caramel apple butter cream cheese or apple coffee cake muffins through their new partnership with local apple orchard Picnic Hill. 4 locations in Lincoln and 1 in Seward. Bagels and Joe.
Ticket listeners know a dream team when they see one. At Applied Connective, we've been in the game for 20 years and have developed a team of world-class leaders in all things IT. From cybersecurity and Microsoft products to physical security, audio, video, infrastructure, business phone systems, and anything in between, we'll help you leverage technology to become your most secure, efficient, and profitable. Head to our website to check out real reviews and testimonials and sign up for a free tech consultation. We can show you where you might be vulnerable, inefficient, or overspending. It's a game changer, and it's totally free. Claim yours right now at appliedconnective.com.
Attention students and anyone else looking for a great deal. Sun Valley Lanes and Games has the ultimate weeknight special. For just $15.95, enjoy unlimited bowling, lucky putt mini golf, and laser tag. Flash your college ID at check-in to receive $2 off your admission. It's the perfect way to unwind Sunday through Thursday nights. Check out sunvalleylanes.com for hours and availability. Sun Valley Lanes and Games, located at 321 Victory Lane.
Lincoln's best place to meet, eat, and compete. Sun Valley.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com. On the internet, KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
Primary care that understands you. At CHI Health Clinic, our dedicated primary care team takes time to hear you, understand you, and get to know you and your family at every stage of life. We believe in building lasting relationships with our patients. That's why we offer convenient, affordable health care close to home or work. Find out how we treat your whole family like family at chihealth.com/primary care.
This show's pretty rockin', huh?
Yeah, I'm so glad my State Farm agent helped me go.
Huh?
My State Farm agent. They help me with options to personalize my auto insurance to get a great rate that fits my budget, so I don't have to give up the things I love.
Wow. Hey, so do you think I could get your State Farm agent's number?
Call your local State Farm agent, Vinny Krekak, at 402-474-1173.
Individual premiums and budgets will vary by customer. All applicants subject to State Farm underwriting requirements.
Follow the Huskers to the City of Angels when Nebraska plays at USC in November. Book your official Nebraska alumni travel package at huskerfantravel.com. Choose from 2 or 3 night options that include a downtown LA hotel, exclusive welcome event, game day transportation, and the official Husker Huddle pregame party. Add on game tickets for an optional upgrade. Transportation to and from LA not included. Join the official Nebraska alumni trip to see the Huskers play at USC. Spots are limited, so book your trip now at huskerfantravel.com.
You love to bash his sports takes.
Now, will you feel like an idiot if you're
No,
a big tough?
never feel like an
if
idiot.
you're a big tough guy this morning,
But you really love to voice your displeasure for his music choices.
stumbled on an issue that I did not think would generate this much passion and discussion.
It's time for Jake's questionable song of the day on Early Break on 93.7 The Ticket and The Ticket FM.
Once again, your song of the day from 1999. This is for Saturday's victory, 28-10. Party Up, DMX, 464-5685. 1 is bad, 10 is good. Text your rating on the Sauter Heyman Jewelers song of the day.
So much for a little Gordon Lightfoot on a Monday.
Different
We're all
vibe
crackly.
today in that
Crackly.
one.
We're crackly.
We're really crackly.
We're really crackly.
Is that better?
Yeah, we're better. Yeah.
There you
So,
go.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
Okay, what do we do with that? It's certainly surprising. Jake just went way outside the lines there.
Party.
Right.
Party time.
Which we do encourage him to do that.
We do. We yes. great respect
for going outside the lines.
Yes.
I saw some head bobbing, by the way.
Yes.
But
Ben loved it.
Behind
Ben
me
liked it.
and over
Yeah.
there, I saw some head bobbing.
You were going to get a high score from Ben. You're not going to get a high score from me. You're not. I'm not. Bill wants me to be real on these grades. It's you could have picked a lot of party songs that Jake just were constructive.
We did
criticism.
party movies.
Right.
I have played party songs before.
Jake, this is constructive, okay? There's a lot of party songs you could have picked that could have been better, probably. Now you would say if you're smart, well give me some. Well, I can't.
Yeah.
'Cause I'm not. That's not my area of expertise. But I got to think there'd be ones better. That one, you went outside the lines and simultaneously didn't show much creativity, though.
Wow.
I'd give that a 1.
Oh, come on.
1.3. Yeah, I'll go 1.3. Jake, it's okay.
I can't even look at you.
There's some parts about it that I like. There was. I can't
feel
look
like
at
Elizabeth.
you. I can't look at you.
Yes.
I can't look at you.
Yes.
I'm going to give it a 4994.
Okay, that's
at least respectable.
Yeah.
4994. Yeah.
Yeah, because of the party vibe.
Party vibe.
Yeah.
Yes.
Ben had a big head bob.
Ben's
going.
an 8.4.
He's at least an 8. He might be a 9.1. 8.8.
You guys
Young
nailed it.
Ben.
Yeah, he was excited.
Young Ben liked it. He liked it. He
wants to
he's
party.
Still bobbing.
I wish we would keep track of because Ben can't wait till breaks. I mean, he comes out of that booth. He just
starts firing.
and starts firing stuff off. He's got comments on everybody.
He told you he had a write up on the rankings of the players. Is that what he said?
Yeah, he ranks the positions.
He ranked the positions. Young Ben did.
Yeah, like that.
Well, that's part of his DN job.
DN duties.
He ranks he gives a grade. I'm not being, I mean, I used to do stuff like this. Grades of positions.
Someone's yelling at you in all caps. Someone says on the text line, "Shut up, Simple. You are delusional. Top 10 party song of all time.
Okay.
Party up, DMX. You crazy man."
I'll take that. Yeah. All right, what are some of the scores from the people?
Someone says, "Oh my God, Sip, you are ridiculous with that take." Also, Phil says, "Jake, you need to get a sounder for a quote old man scoring alert on that one." I could get an alert for that.
I like that. You know what? Steve made his comment. He's stuck with it.
He's not backing down.
I just think there's better
I support
parties.
that.
Better parties.
Yeah.
8.9 from somebody. Ryan in Delaware says that's a 7. Downtown Scott says Sip is a loser for that take. 8.5. You don't really see the response like this, like to you.
Right.
Usually it's to me. That song sucked.
Yeah.
2.2.
Farley's upset.
Jimmy and Alliance 8. This is his big week, by the way. Farley is getting announced at the field. He's going to get his Hall of Fame.
Hall of Fame
this weekend. Northern Iowa. His mom and dad are both flying in. He said.
No kidding.
Yep.
Yeah,
so Pete Chattanooga 1.1, but he's 72 years old. He wouldn't like that either.
Yeah.
So ageism.
Yeah,
We're
a little bit.
just blatant ageism on the air today.
Scooter and Roca is bringing back something from the opening statement. It says, point 1, that song is feces, as I said about the Dolphins offense in the opening drive.
He used the word feces.
In his first text at 12:06.
How about Jake?
12:06. I'm like me and you were like going, Jake. I read them all to my wife last night. I go, you gotta hear this storyline. I said, the best part, Dolphins win at the end.
Cap letters, all caps.
Feces.
Bill, who in Columbus?
Bird 7.
Jeez.
Bird 7.
That's like a 10.
That's like that's a wow. I would have not guessed that. Okay, Bird, I'm okay with it.
Sandmaster, normally in KC, is in Ontario right now. Sandmaster 9.2.
What's he doing in Ontario?
He's fishing, I believe.
Is he?
In the boundary.
He's
Boundary
on the
waters.
lamb.
Don't ask questions you don't want answers to.
Probably shouldn't have told us that or read that.
Whoops. No, sorry, Sandmaster. It is time, without further ado, for a Monday edition of Bill's Thrills. Here we go.
Some call him the most interesting man in the world.
That is setting up the morel mushroom bonanza.
Oh,
yeah.
God.
Is it
going to
be
bonanza?
Mushrooms grow better with thunder and lightning.
Others call him Coach. But to everyone else, he's Bill.
I want to get one of those military ab stimulators for us to wear during the show. Have you seen? I sent it to you today.
It's time for Bill's Thrills on Early Break. Sponsored by Dirk, Scott, and Ty at Mid-Plains Advisors.
Yes, as always, Bill's Thrills, sponsored by Dirk, Scott, and Ty at Mid-Plains Advisors, the ATMs, the cash cows of Lincoln. Call them at 402-730-7387 for a free consultation to plan your financial future today. Bill, it's a Football Facts Monday. We had head scratchers last segment. What do we had today for Football Facts?
Something new. You're probably going to hit this every Monday. A football smorgasbord. A football smorgasbord.
Oh, this is new.
This is new. Things that happened during that are just mind-blowing. Let's start off with coaching. Northwestern overtime versus Duke. Friday night.
Who won that game?
Duke. It's 3rd and 1. Duke is ahead by 6. If Northwestern scores, gets the 2-point play, they win. It's 3rd and 1 at the 3-yard line. 3rd and 1 at the 3. Oh, and by the way, they've been handing the ball off to their running back and just gouging Duke.
Okay.
Just gouging them. Just unbelievable. Well, two downs to get 1 yard for the first down, go in and score. Easy apply score right here, like that. They went quarterback sweep, lost 10 yards. They went quarterback sweep. He bubbled. I thought it was a pass. He bubbled out, lost 10 yards. Now it's 4th and 11.
Bubbled out.
Yeah. Incomplete pass, game over. Coaching error. Notre Dame, 5 minutes to go. They're up by 1. I swear it was because they just got nervous about the score. And they tried to, and all of a sudden, they don't have to throw it. Just run the ball, punt the ball, pin them down in deep. Nope, it's 1st and 10. They go for the double post. Interception. They run it back 40 yards. That's how they lost the game.
Northern Illinois ran it back.
They got all the yards back. It was a coaching error beyond belief. Remember, Denbrock's, I think, the highest paid offensive coordinator in the country right now. It's over like $2.5 million a year.
Denbrock.
Yeah, and they put up
14.
14. That's what they did
Against Northern Illinois.
Yeah,
It's not great.
On their home field.
Leading Heisman candidate right now, Dart. Put him in right now.
Jackson Dart, Ole Miss.
He completed 24 in a row. Now, they're not against great competition, but I'm just telling you right now, Dart's something special.
Jackson.
Fitness timeouts. It's incredible, the rule that you have to be the fittest coach, because if you're down by the goal line, you have to sprint down, and all of a sudden, all the not so fit coaches are in a pickle because they got to sprint down there. The number of times I saw coaches running down to call the timeout. You're telling me they can't have someone in the box by the coach just going like, whoop, blow the whistle. Coach just called timeout. I know you couldn't see him down there, but I could see it from here. Instead, imagine all of a sudden the sprint down that you have to do.
Yeah.
Right now, Andy Reid, even in the NFL, has to sprint down the sidelines to get the call.
I mean, me and you would struggle with that.
It'd
right
be struggling
now.
right
It's a
now.
good picture.
Yeah,
Handy.
fitness timeouts is crazy.
Yeah, and we're fit.
Yeah, we're pretty fit. We do fitness. Muffed punts. Oh man, cost Arkansas the game. Muffed punts. Arkansas muffs a punt. That's how Oklahoma State guy was 21-7. They'd stopped him. They muffed a punt, and they get back in it. I think the total yardage was like 630 to 3 something.
Arkansas was pretty far up, weren't
Arkansas
they?
just
Their quarterback can move it.
Arkansas was, and they ran the ball.
They took an L though.
Beating the crap out of them.
Gundy.
Day one fundamentals cost Wake Forest the game. They're driving to win the game against Virginia. They catch a pass, and he fumbles the ball. And the receiver comes up to recover the ball. He tried to pick it up, scoop it, and advance it. He drops the ball. Virginia gets on it, game over. All they had to do was fall on the ball, and they were in field goal range. But he tried to pick it up. Had never been taught how to recover a fumble.
Day one fundamentals.
Day one fundamentals cost him right there.
Do you think he was taught and he just didn't do it?
Could be a potential of those things. The other thing too is the spot but Notre Dame game. We talk about refereeing, which I texted you guys for the Nebraska game. Those guys will never work again. Probably they went both ways on some calls, but anyway, the spot in the Notre Dame game was something that was just ridiculous. Northern Illinois is running the football before they kick the winning field goal. They get the first down by a yard. His waist is laying on the deal. They mark him short. So with that, they had to kick the ball then. If they don't, they could have ran the clock down to 2 seconds and
then
kicked it. But guess what? Notre Dame had a chance. The spot by the ref, it was horrendous.
How does that?
It was just.
How does that happen?
It was
Bill?
just horrendous. Which I brought up on the show before that there should be a spotter that stands right on the first down mark, because that's the important spot. If it's 3 yards short of the first down, or they make it by 3, not a big deal. How many times in the game you're going like, whoa, this spot's really important? Happens like 8 to 10 times a game. Just have an official that stands right on the spot. I've got this one, because the person is running down with them, then trying to figure it out on the run where the spot was. But it was, and they play it back. So they challenged it. Northern Illinois challenged it. They're like, well, not enough evidence there to be able to tell. His waist is laying on the
That's
on the marker.
unfortunate.
And it could have been.
Could have blown it.
What if they come back and win that game?
No, that'd be horrifying.
It was horrible spot by them. so many things going on. So many things happen. It was fun to be able to see. The play by Northwestern was mind-boggling. They ran the ball right down the throat. Just hand the ball. Inside zone is going to be a touchdown probably. They can't stop them. And the coordinator got out over his skis.
Overthought it.
Boom.
Overthinking
Incredible stuff. So a lot of things went down in that
God
with what happened
Bill,
yesterday.
Think about this, guys. College football right now, how much has happened already in its September 9th?
Yep.
September 8th.
September 9th.
I mean, look at Texas. Texas has asserted
rolling.
himself. Texas has asserted itself as almost like a no-doubter college football playoff team. Florida State's out. Notre Dame's out. Just think of everything that's happened very quickly.
2 weeks in.
Yeah.
2 weeks in.
Notre Dame's probably out. Yeah. Florida State's out. Texas is, geez. I mean, they're a wow.
Texas missed a field goal on their first drive. They didn't punt. They missed a field goal, and then they went touchdown, field goal, touchdown. They could have scored in their first 5 drives against a defense which probably is potentially the best D line in the country.
Right. Didn't look like it, though.
Didn't look like it.
Didn't look like it. I watched that game. I watched 3/4 of it.
Michigan's got issues.
Yeah, and Texas doesn't.
It does not.
Texas, Quentin Ewers.
And I like that Texas is ranked second because they went and played Michigan at Michigan. So they stood. I give them.
Who's
credit.
number 1 though?
What's that? Georgia. Kirby.
Your boy Kirby. That is Bill Spill, sponsored by Dirk Scott and Ty at Mid-Plains Advisors. When we come back, hour 2, the monkey is off the shoulders, off the back for Nebraska's football. What's next at 2-0? Next, an early break on the ticket.
You're listening to Early Break with Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, and Bill Busch. Sponsored by Sandhills Global on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Primary care that understands you. At CHI Health Clinic, our dedicated primary care team takes time to hear you, understand you, and get to know you and your family at every stage of life. We believe in building lasting relationships with our patients. That's why we offer convenient, affordable health care close to home or work. Find out how we treat your whole family like family at chihealth.com/primary care.
Ticket listeners know a dream team when they see one. At Applied Connective, we've been in the game for 20 years and have developed a team of world-class leaders in all things IT. From cybersecurity and Microsoft products to physical security, audio-video, infrastructure, business phone systems, and anything in between. We'll help you leverage technology to become your most secure, efficient, and profitable. Head to our website to check out real reviews and testimonials and sign up for a free tech consultation. We can show you where you might be vulnerable, inefficient, or overspending. It's a game changer, and it's totally free. Claim yours right now at appliedconnective.com.
Stevens & Smith Construction is a full-service, employee-owned concrete company that specializes in residential and commercial foundations and flat work. They've been a leader in the concrete industry since 1971, with nearly 250 employees combining for more than 2,000 years of service. With locations in Lincoln, Omaha, and Kansas City, they're united in quality, integrity, and professionalism to create excellence in construction. Learn more today at stevensandsmith.com.
Hey farmers, wouldn't it be nice if you could cut your herbicide cost by up to 85%? Now you can with Green Eye technology for your sprayer. Green Eye's system integrates seamlessly with your current sprayer and works by identifying and spraying only the weeds. Reduce the threat of herbicide resistance, be environmentally friendly, and save a ton of money. Oh, and there's no acres fee. This is the precision spraying solution you've been waiting for. Contact Boyk Farmers Outfitters to get set up with Green Eye or check them out at BOECK.FarmOutfitters.com.
Are you ready for a new opportunity? Check out Sandhills Global. Join a dynamic team where your skills are valued and your career can soar. We offer full-time positions with a 4.5-day work week, competitive pay, excellent benefits, and a positive work environment. From IT and marketing to sales and finance, we're looking for talented individuals just like you. Apply today at sandhills.jobs and take the first step towards an exciting future. That's sandhills.jobs. Don't wait, apply now.
Load up on meat and more this summer at the Mercado by Certified Piedmontese at 84th and Havelock. This week's specials through September 10th is spend $50, get 2 sirloins free, limit of 4. Also, 15% off chocolate. Locations at 84th and Havelock, 30th and Yankee Hill, and now 85th and Highway 2 in Lincoln, or 168th and Maple in Omaha. Get to the Mercado today for the best meat in town.
Hey farmers, wouldn't it be nice if you could cut your herbicide cost by up to 85%? Now you can with Green Eye technology for your sprayer. Green Eye's system integrates seamlessly with your current sprayer and works by identifying and spraying only the weeds. Reduce the threat of herbicide resistance, be environmentally friendly, and save a ton of money. Oh, and there's no acres fee. This is the precision spraying solution you've been waiting for. Contact Boyk Farmers Outfitters to get set up with Green Eye or check them out at BOECK farmoutfitters.com.
You're counting on your team to win, so why not prove it? By placing your bets at Warhorse Sportsbook. Their win is your win. Put your money where your mouth is on nearly every sporting event. Use the Warhorse app to check odds and build your bets before placing your wagers in person at Warhorse Casino, including live in-game betting. No bets, no glory. Wagers may only be placed on Nebraska-based teams when played outside the state of Nebraska. Must be 21 or older to gamble. Gambling problem? Call 1-833-BET-OVER.
As a proud member of the Roofing and Solar Reform Alliance, Coalition Restoration stands out by providing thorough property assessments, personalized customer service, and top-notch craftsmanship. With years of experience in the industry, Coalition Restoration has built a notable reputation for having a team filled with skilled professionals and possessing the expertise to handle any roofing project, big or small. Visit their website today for a free roof assessment at www.coalitionrestoration.com or give them a call at 402-607-8186.
Get rid of pesky critters once and for all with Bats to Rats. Their expert team is here to help you reclaim your home. No more sleepless nights caused by crawling critters or flapping wings. Bats to Rats ensures a safe environment for every family member. Check the website at batstorats.com for amazing offers. And if you mention this ad, you'll receive $10 off your initial inspection cost. Call Bats to Rats today at 402-781-8691. That's 402-781-8691. Bats to Rats.
Wake up, Lincoln.
I overslept. Damn rooster didn't crow.
It's time for Early Break, sponsored by Midwest Bank. Live from Lincoln, America. Here's 93.7 The Ticket's Jake Sorensen.
I'm wrong, but I'm not.
Husker Online, Steve Sipple.
If I were a feral cat.
And longtime college football assistant coach, Bill Busch.
You get one team. Mine's the Houston Oilers. I'm not the Texans, and I'm not the Titans, so I'm out.
This is Early Break.
Welcome back to Hour 2 on a Monday. Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, Bill Busch on Early Break. Hour 2, as always, sponsored by our friends at Midwest Bank. Member FDIC. Location in South Lincoln at 27th and Jamie Lane, also at 70th and Pioneers. But what is going on today in the wonderful town of Creighton with Shin Daddy, Bill?
Well, there's a new app you can get on your phone for banking or just to get around Creighton. The Schuber app, if I can talk. Schuber. That's half Shin Daddy and half Uber. Schuber. So Shin Daddy will come pick you up, bring you down for banking, or take you to get groceries, when we get the mail. He will. Yeah, there's Schuber. And
there's a Schuber app.
There's a Schuber app to get on your phone, and you just hit it. And Schindler comes in. He's your driver, and it's always him. He's always the driver.
Every single time.
Schuber. Yes. Not an Uber app. It's a Schuber app. Yes.
That would be very interesting for the townsfolk.
The towns, yeah, exactly.
I thought you were a banker.
Yeah,
Well,
I am. But what do you guys need? You get your mail? I'll come pick you up. Drives you down there, gets it done.
Well, he'd go out of town.
What's that? He would. He would go
Ubers
out of town.
do that.
He will do that. I need to get to Norfolk right away. Not
Would
a
he
problem.
go?
He would go. That's what he does.
Because he can do banking on his
phone. I need
phone.
to get to Baumgars. Not a problem.
He can do virtual, or he can do, what do you call it? The young people, remote. He can work remote.
He can work remote. So he'll be doing Schuber whenever needed. It's a new app. Get on the go to your app store. Get that Schuber.
That's brilliant.
Shin Daddy Uber.
Schuber. I received it. a text.
Brilliant.
I got a
Schuber.
I got a text Saturday night from a friend, Randy.
Schuber's killing me right now. Just get a Schuber.
Just get a Schuber.
Lyft,
what do you guys
Uber,
get?
Schuber.
No, it's an Uber, but Schindler's driving.
You don't have the Schuber app?
Yeah, you don't have. You'll tell you tonight. Tell it to your grandkids.
Right. Who doesn't have the Schuber app?
Come on, kids.
If you're up in the northeast part
of the state.
I got a text Saturday night from my friend Randy who said he was sitting next to Shin Daddy at a wedding reception.
Well, good God, the worlds
he's
are colliding.
He's everywhere.
That'd be the Wilma's wedding reception. Yes, that would have been a Neely. The wedding was in Plainview.
Your friend was there?
His last name is Wilmus. Randy Wilmus. Yes.
You have a friend that sat by Shindig?
He said in the wedding. Yes. Yep. He was there.
That's incredible.
So,
Whatever you do about the Schuber app.
We got to figure that
That's
out.
today.
That's today. It opens up today. The app's available.
Thank you to Shin Daddy Midwest Bank for always sponsoring our.
I'll just call it Schuber.
It's going to get around Northeast.
All right, I got to
Nebraska.
get over this. Sorry, Jake.
I got to get to Winnetoon.
Okay.
Hang on.
I got to get to Winnetoon.
464
Mondays at Winnetoon.
They have a great lunch special.
All right, I bet they do.
464-5685. Call or text as always. Again, Nebraska is 2-0 after the win against Colorado, 28-10. Feels like the monkey's off the bat.
Does it?
You got a big win that, again, was a very winnable game that you finally won.
Mm-hmm.
All these games have had chances over the years. Hey, this might be a toss-up. They lose the toss-up games. Nebraska was a 7-point favorite, and they win by 18. And it was an odd second half, and they still won by 18. I guess the question for me is what's next for this program? They got the monkey off the back.
Well, I mean, what's next? Okay, here we go.
I asked you this.
This is the old man. This is the old man response. Well, the next is you and I.
Yep, Northern Iowa.
And you can't really afford to take a step back. Like our friend George Darlington said, their week of practice will probably be harder than it's been all week, or as hard. That he'll hammer on them.
Yeah, it will be. You'll be on. You'll same way. The expectations, the coaches, everything will be the same if it's harder. But that's also the key to the Colorado game is that you keep everything the same.
Right.
That it's not, hey, big week here.
Yeah, no.
This is a big week now for us. No. It is just keep everything the same.
With
preparation?
What did you send us?
I sent you guys.
Yeah, I knew that he had this on his phone. What is this?
This is from X or Twitter.
Okay.
Andy Staples.
Andy Staples.
On 3. I put out his CFP bracketology after week 2, and Nebraska is not in it, but they're in the first 4 out right now, along with Oregon out at this point, Oklahoma State, Kansas State, and then Nebraska is the 4th team mentioned for the first 4 out. So we're already talking about some incredible buzz through 2 weeks to even be mentioned on this bracketology for the playoffs.
That is a Staples. That may be one of the most brilliant tweets ever, because there's really not much to it. I mean, as far as just like just throwing stuff down, but the views I'm sure that it got were insane.
Yeah, a lot of quote tweets and
I mean, right away Jake sent it out immediately, and so it will make people happy. It'll be people upset. Oregon's like, are you kidding me or whatever? But it was brilliant by him just to come up with that concept of it's like the NCAA tournament. Can you imagine the NCAA tournament in December 1? First 4 out.
Yeah.
People have played like 4 games. They play the
well, they
first
kind
4
of
out.
do that.
They do it They do it earlier, but yes. But can you imagine if it was done 3 games into the deal? First 4 out,
right? Now you
1 seeds.
I know. Now, just contemplating Nebraska as perhaps a playoff team is a little early. I mean,
You think?
The defense is. I mean, it was a very strong defensive performance. It looks like they have a very good defense. We'll find out more against Ohio State and USC. There's not a lot of resistance they'll encounter before then, except Google me. I mean, Google me. They'll test Nebraska.
They put up 77 points
They,
in Western
they
Illinois.
have the biggest must-see game, in my opinion. They play Saturday night at UCLA.
Okay, that's a must-see.
That's a must-see for me, just to see what Indiana
That's
looks
Friday
like.
night?
No, Saturday night. I'm sorry.
This weekend?
Night. So I can't wait to see that.
Damn, I'll miss that.
But the thing if you look at
Google me.
through the whole the big scheme of everything, if you sit there and say, if you go 10-2, and let's just say that your losses happen to be to Ohio State and USC, you're still probably getting in. You're still probably getting in. So everything will be that. For one thing that the win did, it kept Nebraska alive in the playoff conversation. At least right now, slam dunk until November.
Okay, now, we'll
a lot
see
of
on
things
that.
have to happen.
Yeah, we'll see on that.
A lot of things have to happen. So I don't get too worked up.
Do they have? It looks like they could have that sort of defense, but there's 2 other phases to the game, and their kicking situation appears to be a mess. Their place kicking situation. Now, not Boom Sheeny. I'm back to calling him Boom Sheeny.
Besides the block punt, he had a good game.
Yeah, Boom Sheeny is booming him again. Bill said he would be fine, and he's fine. He's back to Boom Sheeny, but their place kicking situation would be best characterized as a mess. I don't know what I don't know what you do there. I guess, Bill, you coach. You just hope they come around. I mean, is that What do you do? He missed Alvano missed a 32-yarder.
Way
I
left.
mean, the Lincoln Lutheran kicker can kick a 32-yarder. Kick a 32-yarder.
Yeah,
Does that sound harsh?
Yeah, when you're not in the building, it's hard. It's hard to have a great feel for it. But yes, I mean, obviously, what stands out would be somehow there was some form of judgment that had Alvano as the best option. So that was well looked at, and that's the decision that was made. But then when you go through, the one thing that would be hard, it'd be kind of like Raiola. Say he missed 3 weeks of camp.
Yeah.
That'd have been hard to be ready to go. So I think Alvano missed like 3 weeks of camp.
Well,
he didn't miss. He was in camp.
He was in, but he wasn't full go.
Wasn't full go.
Right.
And so that's probably the.
Thank you for saying that.
But if anyone misses 3 weeks, it's going to be hard. But for whatever reason, because the thought coming out of camp from listening to things, correct, was that Hole was ready to go, was kicking very well.
Right.
And so that was and he was healthy through the entire camp. And so, but I don't know.
Then Hole got replaced as the kickoff man.
Buschini's kicking off
because he kicked that short ball to Horn.
Yep.
Now I don't know if he was Bill. It's possible he was instructed to kick a short ball. I doubt it though, because they removed him after that. Horn went 61 yards with it, and then Buschini was kicking off. That's what I mean. It's all kickoff.
So weird.
The place kicker thing's in flux. Now, as far as the special teams go, they weren't. I mean, it was up and down, but there were some ups. I mean, they didn't do too bad on special teams. And one part of it is this year, right now, guys, Isaiah Garcia Castaneda has returned 5 punts for 41 yards. Last year, they returned 16 punts for 48.
The whole season.
The whole season. 16 for 48 the whole season. Castaneda is showing they've clearly told him we're returning punts. We're catch the ball and get upfield.
Yep.
So 5 for 41, that's 8.2 yards per return. That's not bad through 2 games. So that part's gotten better. But I mean, special teams was sort of up and down, all by way of saying, if we're going to have these playoff conversations with Nebraska, you can't just have a good defense and then an okay offense and okay special teams. One of the other ones has got to get going at a high level.
Agreed.
I mean, that's one of the other ones at least. If you have 2 of the 3 going, you're usually in business. But I don't know if I'd say they have 2 of the 3 going right now. They have defense going. They've allowed 17 points through 2 games, which is really good no matter who you play. That's good. But they got it, the offense. I don't think Rule's worried about the offense. Dylan didn't sound worried about it after the game. He said, we're in control of the game, which is true. I don't know.
Illinois in 2 weeks brings in a pretty good defense.
As
Bill said, they beat Kansas on Saturday night, big upset in Champaign. They look solid. They had a pick 6 right before halftime, which was just a really good play by the defender to get in the end zone.
Okay.
They're physical. We know Bielema has a physical defense typically.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm not just signing off on Andy Staples' way of thinking.
Wow.
I don't know this. I still need to see a little bit more from Nebraska before I start thinking, hey, guys, I'm going to be away for Christmas covering the playoffs. I don't know about that. I'm not ready to say that.
Well, you just look at the next, like I said, still like everyone talked about with, you feel pretty good though. You got Northern Iowa.
Well, this week you feel
and
really
you got Illinois, you got Rutgers, Purdue, Indiana.
I don't know though.
They're all good teams, but that is not Penn State. That's not those teams.
Penn State, by the way,
looked a little rough against Bowling Green. Got the win.
Haven't they looked rough the first 2 weeks?
No, they looked fine against West Virginia.
Were they good?
Blew West Virginia out.
Yeah, they beat.
They looked good last week. They looked terrible against Bowling Green on Saturday.
But that's the case on a lot of teams. Alabama was like that with South Florida. But what'd they do?
Were they?
Alabama was up by 1 going to the 4th quarter, Sip.
And then they won by like 30.
Yeah, it was 42-16 final score.
So they answered. That's the difference between like the Notre Dame and Northern Illinois. Some teams you're not playing real well, then you kind of get it figured out.
Yep.
You get it figured out. But then obviously Notre Dame never did get it figured out. That way, I can't imagine that building today. That would be, again, it was said by every pundit was that they have they're in the playoffs. Well, now I don't know how they're in the playoffs in one game.
It wouldn't be too far from the feeling that Nebraska, if UNI wins, it would be
worse.
Yeah, it'd be worse.
That's less scholarship players.
Right.
That'd even be worse.
Yeah,
Northern Illinois has a full complement of scholarship. At least
That's
they're
true.
at 85.
That's true.
Northern Iowa beat, I think, St. Francis, Pennsylvania, 17-14.
St. Thomas.
Sorry, that's right. St. Francis beat who this weekend?
What's
Bill?
that?
Kent State. Yeah, St.
No.
Thomas lost 17-14 to Northern Iowa.
I think it might have been 17-10.
I think it
But
was
they have UNI is 2-0. They've beaten Valparaiso and St. Thomas of Minnesota. They won't. They shouldn't offer much resistance. If Nebraska's got to show up though, and play. And I imagine they will. The key stats I think are the key stat is what you said earlier. They're not turning the ball over. They're +3 through 2 weeks. That's critical. Dylan does Raiola. I mean, he's really poised. You don't worry about him too much. He does take care of the ball. And I raise that because how would you lose to Northern Iowa?
Just massive turnovers.
Right.
That would have to be it. You have to muff a punt. You'd have to do a lot of different things that have to happen.
That's why I raised that. Yeah. Dylan is a smart, poised, precocious, wise beyond his years quarterback. I don't worry. You know what? I don't worry about Dylan. There's probably 7 other parts of the team I would worry about before I'd worry about the freshman quarterback. I don't worry about Dylan. He's fine. He takes care of business.
By the way, he was 23 for 30 on the game, 185 passing, 1 touchdown, no sacks.
No picks. No turnovers.
No turnovers. It's key.
Right. So that's but there's still a lot of question marks, and I'd start that conversation with the place kicking situation. And I don't know. I don't have a lot of questions on defense. There's still some questions on offense. You didn't get much from your receivers the other night.
You won't have Mekhi Bear in the first half with the target, which I thought was
small.
It was a questionable call, right?
Was it questionable?
Would you think that was an accurate call on Mekhi Bear's targeting?
By the rule, yeah. I mean, by the letter of the law, yeah, it was.
Yeah. I didn't think it was questionable.
You're always, in the one they called on Colorado that they overruled was also correct not to have him disqualified. There was, I said, I text you guys. I don't know if this crew will work again. That's kind of my thought.
Thought it was that bad.
But those two.
You thought it was that bad?
Well, there was some on both. And the one thing I'd say is Nebraska took some shots in bad calls. There was a holding on Nash that wasn't called. There were some other calls. But fan base, sometimes you have to look at the other side. There were also some calls the other way. The roughing the passer was not a roughing the passer. There was that fourth quarter. That
was not.
If that was flipped the other way, the Nebraska fans would have lost their mind on that.
So that was a football play.
There was a few plays that kind of went both ways, but Nebraska did. There were bad calls. Don't get me wrong. Nebraska took bad calls. They had some calls against them that were not accurate.
Yeah, I didn't look at the reffing situation and say, "Oh, they screwed Nebraska." I looked at it like, "Oh, they screwed the fans." Because it marred the second half.
The whole second half was just boring.
Right.
It was just constant flags.
Right. They screwed the fans. They injected themselves way too much into the game.
Yeah.
I mean, it was.
And what was real and what wasn't, I don't know. Like I said, there was, but it made it very ugly with how it played out. But it didn't affect the game though. I never once thought that was why the score was.
No. I didn't. Yeah. I didn't think that. I didn't think it was anybody was getting screwed in particular. As far as bright spots, Ja'Cory Barney's going to be a dude.
Like that kid.
Oh boy. I mean, he's a difference maker, and he'll be critical on this team because he gives you big play ability. He's a big play waiting to happen. Barney has established himself as a true freshman that's ready to be a major impact. You did not see Carter Nelson in this game.
No, Ja'Cory Barney had 6 catches though. 6 catches and 2 rushes for 28 yards.
Yeah.
Just 2 running backs, right? Played.
Emmett came in late.
Yeah, Gabe Irvin played late in the game.
Emmett Johnson came in late, and Gabe Irvin came in.
Emmett
late.
had 1 carry. Gabe had 2 carries.
Right.
But
Gotcha.
Game was over.
No, the running back situation crystallized. It looks like to me. I mean, through 2 games, it's Ramir, Johnson, and the big horse, Dante Dowdell. And those are the 2 main guys. I think that's what it looks like through 2 games.
Absolutely, that's what it looks like.
Yeah, Ramir is a good player. Ramir has grown into a very, very, I mean, he's versatile in that he can run it. He can run it between the tackles. He catches the ball well, and he's good in protection. Yeah. He's very safe.
8 catches for Ramir, 49 yards, also 9 carries for 33 yards in the game.
He's trustworthy.
17 touches.
Yeah, he's a very trustworthy player. And I've said that. on this show that if I'm a coach, that's what I'm looking for. Guys I can trust. Trust. You can trust the quarterback at Nebraska now.
Yeah. Before we get to break, the words you don't want to hear when you are in IT are what, Bill?
I've been hacked.
You don't want to hear I've been hacked. It's a bad, bad feeling. It won't happen with Applied Connective Technologies, Nebraska's preferred tech partner in all 93 counties. 99% retention rate.
I'll be knowing.
For Applied Connective Technologies. They do everything from managed IT and cybersecurity, phone systems, physical security, infrastructure, audio, video, and more. It's one team for all your tech solutions at Applied Connective Technologies.
If you leave your place of business, Sip,
yes,
and you have to go get a Schuber, you feel safe with Applied Connect because they're protecting you, physical protection and also cyber protection,
protecting the app.
So exactly. So all of a sudden, it's not going to be a fake. All of a sudden, Shin Daddy feels very good about this because they're with Applied Connect.
Are they?
Yeah. That if they're not, there will be today.
Okay.
Because Shin Daddy knows that the Schuber Act is something that might be attacked, but they know they have safety out there.
I wonder if is he already in the Schuber?
What's that? He's in the Schuber. He starts at 7.
So, okay.
Yeah, so he's in the Schuber.
Yeah, because people probably got to get to work.
Yeah.
To win a tune.
But
Brunswick. AppliedConnective.com, 866-358-0109. When we come back, not a great weekend for the Big Ten. How much do we know about the league after 2 weeks? We'll discuss that next on Early Break on the Ticket.
You're listening to Early Break with Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, and Bill Busch. Sponsored by Midwest Bank. On 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Constructors is now hiring for all positions, with laborers starting at $23 and up based on experience. Constructors has immediate job openings for laborers, mechanics, bridge builders, operators, and drivers. Start your new career today. Constructors offers great pay, health, dental, and vision insurance, paid time off, paid holidays, and so much more. Join the crew today and be a part of Nebraska's oldest paving company dating back to 1908. For a complete list of openings and to apply online, visit constructorslincoln.com.
Ticket listeners know a dream team when they see one. At Applied Connective, we've been in the game for 20 years and have developed a team of world-class leaders in all things IT. From cybersecurity and Microsoft products to physical security, audio, video, infrastructure, business phone systems, and anything in between, we'll help you leverage technology to become your most secure, efficient, and profitable. Head to our website to check out real reviews and testimonials and sign up for a free tech consultation. We can show you where you might be vulnerable, inefficient, or overspending. It's a game changer, and it's totally free. Claim yours right now at appliedconnective.com.
Are you ready for a new opportunity? Check out Sandhills Global. Join a dynamic team where your skills are valued and your career can soar. We offer full-time positions with a 4.5-day work week, competitive pay, excellent benefits, and a positive work environment. From IT and marketing to sales and finance, we're looking for talented individuals like you. Apply today at sandhills.jobs and take the first step towards an exciting future. That's sandhills.jobs. Don't wait. Apply now.
Bagels and Joe is the perfect place for breakfast or lunch in September. Try their brand new caramel apple butter cream cheese or apple coffee cake muffins through their new partnership with local apple orchard Picnic Hill. 4 locations in Lincoln and 1 in Seward. Bagels and Joe.
Hello, Charlie Stone here, and joining me is Andy Goodyear of Honda of Lincoln. Andy, I was noticing on your website, you have more than 150 new 2024 and 2025 Hondas in stock right now.
Yes, we do, Charlie. It's neat when you drive by and see all the cars on our lot, and we have most all models and all different colors available, and we even have more than hundreds on the way. We also have the all-new, all-electric 2024 Honda Prologue in stock right now. We have a few of them to choose from. Plus, qualified buyers get financing from just 1.9% APR.
How about your pre-owned selection?
I talk to a lot of my customers and friends, and they still think that we just sell brand new Hondas, but we sell all different models, make of pre-owned cars, and we have more than 100 to choose from right now.
Well, maybe it's time you come experience the Honda of Lincoln way of doing business. 27th and Yankee Hill Road, or online at hondaoflincoln.com.
Unearth the secret to long-lasting tires at Tread's Central Tire Pros, a league apart in commitment, service, and expertise. This isn't just about rubber meeting the road, but trust, safety, and surety converging in perfect harmony. This is where expectations are exceeded every time. Make your appointment today at Tread Central Tire Pros, just south of Cortland on Highway 77, or visit our website to explore our services. Remember, when it comes to tires, choose Tread Central Tire Pros because we tread differently.
Ever stare at the Hog Wild menu and feel like you just can't make up your mind because it all looks so good? Well, when I want a little bit of everything, I get a little bit of everything on Hog Wild's Smokestack Sandwich. On a butter-toasted bun, we pile on our hickory smoked beef brisket and juicy hot links. The hard part is choosing between fresh curly fries, classic baked beans, or coleslaw on the side. Order online at GoHogWild.com. Hog Wild Pit Barbecue, 3210 Cornhusker Highway in Lincoln.
Primary care that understands you. At CHI Health Clinic, our dedicated primary care team takes time to hear you, understand you, and get to know you and your family at every stage of life. We believe in building lasting relationships with our patients. That's why we offer convenient, affordable health care close to home or work. Find out how we treat your whole family like family at chihealth.com/primary care.
Hello.
Angela, we have to break up.
But why?
Because you're a robot and I'm just a guy trying to get better internet.
It's Aloe Fiber, isn't it? I always knew you wanted faster speeds. My contract isn't good enough for you.
Face it, Angela, they let me talk to real people.
Press 4 to break my heart. Oh wait, you already did.
Visit aloefiber.com to switch today.
With the Planet Fitness Black Card, you don't just get a great workout, you get a great perk out because your membership is packed with perks. For $1 down and $24.99 a month, you'll get perks like access to any of our 2,400 clean and spacious locations. Bring your friend anytime and both work out with tons of equipment that'll give you that big fitness energy. Relax in the Black Card spa and more. Work out and perk out with the PF Black Card. Join for just $1 down and $24.99 a month.
Hurry, this deal ends soon.
See Home Club for details.
Are you looking to get into the electrical construction industry or wanting a new scene? The Electrical Workers of Local Union 265 are now hiring licensed journeymen and apprentices and are offering great pay and benefits. Call Mike at 402-875-1034 to apply. Start your electrical career today.
This
Well, good morning, little brother.
is Early Break. Weekday mornings from 6 to 8 on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Nice singing there, Sip. Oh, sorry. You're on the air. First Rate Ag in Holdridge. Great people.
First
They're a
Rate.
full-service ag retailer offering everything from crop protection to lawn fertilizer. Been around for 26 years in business. Please reach out at firstrateag.com or call 308-995-8327. Ask for Parker or Chris and mention the ticket.
Those guys are doing great. Man, are they still busy? Holy wow. Yeah, a lot of stuff going on every time out there.
They never stop.
They never stop. They're helping with these yields. Thank you to Parker.
Yields. You and your ag reports.
Milo.
I don't know what Milo is. I don't. Do you know what it is?
Yeah.
If you saw Milo, would you say that's
Absolutely.
Milo? Would you?
Yes, absolutely.
Sip, I would say no. Not me. I
Right?
cannot.
Jake?
Yeah.
Bill
It's-
can.
it's
You and
probably
me
about,
can't.
It's about this tall.
I would not know.
About this tall. It's a real small. It's a grain.
Okay.
Yeah, it's more of a it's more of a maybe more wheatish than
Okay.
it would be.
Okay.
It's known as a sticky crop.
Okay.
Yes, a sticky crop.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank
And
you.
sometimes Milo will mature faster. So if you get hailed out or something, sometimes you can get some Milo in later if you have to plant it later.
Oh.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you, Bill. All right, let's get to Big Ten.
Yes, Big Ten. It was not a very impressive weekend for the conference. The marquee game, of course, Texas at Michigan. Michigan never showed up in that game. They lose 31-12. It wasn't even that close.
No, remember what we said? Just stick there for a second, Jake. Just stick there for a second.
Fine.
Remember what we said in the offseason about Michigan and the NCAA's involvement and how much trouble even Sharon Moore's in. Everybody talks about Harbaugh. Oh, it's Harbaugh. No, Sharon Moore's got problems too. They were thoroughly outcoached. I mean, they were outplayed, but they were thoroughly outcoached. Sharon Moore looked like he had no answers. And you can't help but wonder how much impact did the offseason have on getting the team ready?
Oh, it's if we went to work here every day and there was a cloud over the, hey, listen, there's some things that you guys are
We're being investigated.
You're being investigated, but just we'll see how it goes. And I mean, every day. And so I just keep, and they have all the information. They still not responded. So there's still things out there that can it's not over. And they haven't even announced what the sanctions are going to be.
No.
And they have a quarterback problem.
They do.
They have a major quarterback problem.
They do. You would say right now, Jake, before we read those stats, Nebraska's got a better quarterback than Michigan.
So
yeah, absolutely.
Nebraska might have a better quarterback than Ohio State. You're not going to say that very often.
No, I've not watched Will Howard play at all for them. Obviously, they won 56-0. So they're doing stuff, but I've not watched him play it down, so I can't compare.
The stats aren't horrible. I mean, it looked better than it was. Davis Warren was 22 of 33 for 204.
Really misleading.
A touchdown and 2 picks, but that was like late when the
game
was
touchdown
over.
and 2 picks.
Yeah. The most of the yardage came when the game was over. Like the Texas had backups.
No, Bill's right. I watched the game. I'm not going off stats. I watched it. Warren.
Yeah, he's not the dude.
Okay. Now this is what I was going to ask Bill. I wonder why they didn't go in the portal. Is it because they had so much turmoil in the off season?
There could be some pushback to that a little bit. There could be, that hey, we're not going to do anything because there's so much stuff going on. I mean,
why didn't they go into now? Davis Warren's a walk-on. He's a walk-on. Now they got Alex Orji, and we thought he was going to be the guy, but they just bring him in.
They make it very clear that he is not the guy.
He's not going to pass.
He can't throw it.
He's not the guy.
They're in trouble. Quarterback.
So 31-12 Texas over Michigan. Penn State trailed at halftime 24-20 at home to Bowling Green. They do win 34-27, but that was a head scratcher also there. What happened in Happy Valley?
Bill watched it. I watched it. I wonder if Bill would agree with me on this. Bowling Green has some dudes.
They have some talent. The quarterback played well. They're really well coached. They had a great plan. And I think same thing, 11 a.m. kick. They just beaten West Virginia bad.
Yeah.
And so I think there's a little bit of kind of a sleep at the wheel. I'm telling you, it's hard when you play in stadiums like that, the 11 o'clock kick. It's not full when you start. People are just kind of rolling in. They're just rolling in like that. They're like, are you guys in there ready to go? What game? It's a 6:30 kick like Nebraska had. Everyone's in the stadium early.
Juiced.
Boom, ready to go. You're not for the 11 o'clock kicks. It's incredible what that's like.
You are big on that.
Yeah, don't like it.
Yeah,
and when you see bad things happen, you see it happen on those times. All of a sudden they're asleep at the wheel, they can't wake up. They did wake up enough. They were able to get it done.
Boy, it plays in Nebraska's favor in a game like this where you might think, okay, they might be a little low after a win against Colorado, but it's a 6:30 kickoff.
Yeah, if you had the Northern Iowa game at 11 a.m. kick, it would be the one game where everybody says, listen, I'm going to give my tickets to Jenny.
Yep.
And let her take the kids. It's a chance to go see a game and let's do this. And it's a little bit different. And the night game still helps.
Yeah.
It still helps you with that. Now, and the coaches will do a great job. Trust me, I've been part of this forever. The coaches are coaching harder probably than ever just to make sure, again, that you have yourself ready to go and ready to go.
Keep rolling, Jake.
The other teams that did not look good, there's a couple that did look good, but Wisconsin beat South Dakota by 14. And they had a late score. It was 27-13. Wisconsin looked shaky for 2 weeks.
They
could have lost last week to Western Michigan. Western Michigan.
Yeah.
It didn't look good. I didn't watch enough of it. I just flipped back and forth, but the numbers, when I was looking at the numbers, I'm like, oh wow, this is nothing here that stands out.
They look ordinary.
That's really tough win like that. And they got Alabama coming in this week.
Ooh.
They got Alabama coming to Camp
Randall.
Camp Randall.
Yeah.
Alabama to Camp Randall. Now, if nothing else, it's very interesting.
Very interesting to watch.
Right. Go ahead.
Other games in the Big Ten. Washington beats Eastern Michigan 30-9. Not overly impressive. A win. Michigan State, I guess I would say upset. I thought Maryland 27-24.
That was great coaching.
Yeah.
That was really good coaching.
By Jonathan Smith.
Really good coaching.
It sounds weird to say it, but like I almost say huge upset. Michigan State against Maryland. It's weird.
They were a 10-point dog.
Yeah. Big.
Yeah, I watched some of that game. I did see some of that.
Rutgers takes care of Akron 49-17, 2-0 for the Scarlet Knights. Iowa, of course, lost to Iowa State. We mentioned that 20-19, last second field goal in that game. Illinois upset Kansas 23-17. So that's some positive things now. USC looked really good against Utah State.
Was it 49 or 48?
48-0 over Utah State.
USC's got the world's attention right
it's
now.
really hard to shut someone out.
It's almost impossible, as
It's
you say.
It really is. It's almost impossible. One bad thing happens, shank a punt, whatever, hit one pass, get a couple penalties against the other team to score.
Stay on that. Think about, again, what I said earlier. Think about how much we've learned through 2 weeks, basically. Notre Dame's out. Florida State's out. Texas is awesome.
Yeah.
And then USC.
They look good.
USC's defense, remember what we talked about in the offseason. Oh, God, they're so bad defensively. But they got a whole new staff. It's not just Danton Lynn as the defensive coordinator. It's a whole new staff. And something's happened.
Yeah.
They're real now.
Right now, you could make an argument that they're the second best team in the Big Ten.
You could make that argument.
I'd listen to that.
Would you would not have guessed that going in? See how things switch.
I would have thought
right now they are.
I would have thought
they're
of
the second
fifth
best team.
fifth or sixth. I would have thought, but right now you would take them. I believe they go to Michigan here in a couple weeks. Is that accurate?
I would have to
check.
look.
Let me check.
That will be incredible to watch.
But I'll just stay on them.
In
Look
2
at
weeks,
them.
yes. They have a bye week, and then they will play at Michigan in 2 weeks. Next
okay,
week.
now that's going to be interesting. Right now, I would pick them to win in Ann Arbor because they're playing defense.
Can you imagine that early in the year? It's okay. You have 3 games. Who do you have? Well, we got LSU, and we got Utah State, and we got Michigan. Imagine that.
I know
that would be that you'd be all summer. Your summer's miserable. You're like, oh my, this could be a 1-2 start.
And
easily.
now you're looking 3-0 maybe. Lincoln Riley, I think he has it going. Bill, I watched the entire LSU game. I'm not an idiot. I've been watching football for 30 years. USC has some stuff.
Their quarterback can process at a ridiculous rate.
Miller Moss.
He can process at a ridiculous rate.
And he's got receivers.
And he's got players.
And Danton Lynn probably came in there and said, wait a second, we got some guys. We got a few guys. A few. They got enough. They got enough.
And it wasn't also that, yes, they had some additions to the defense, but it wasn't like, well, we brought in 11 new players. They didn't bring in 11 new players.
No, in fact, they struck out in the portal up front. They didn't really get much help up front. So I don't know what he's done, but what they're saying on the broadcast against LSU is they just play with a much harder edge. Coaching matters, Bill, as you know. Coaching matters a lot, Jake. It's not just, hey, me and you could coach Georgia. No, we couldn't. We could screw that up pretty well. Coaching matters a lot. That's why I don't say, well, Kirby's just got the best talent. Yeah, he does. But Kirby's an incredible coach, like Jimbo.
One thing before we get to the game show, I want to go back to Wisconsin for one thing real quick. So we mentioned that Wisconsin beat South Dakota 27-13.
Yeah.
So they had beaten Western Michigan the previous week 28-14, trailed 14-13 early fourth quarter.
Muff punt.
Western Michigan lost at Ohio State 56-0 on Saturday.
Get your attention.
Wisconsin saying,
yeah,
what's going on here?
They just look okay. It reminds me a little bit of Florida State. The quarterback is okay, but man, he doesn't have much fire.
No. And you watch those games too. They're when I flip over to them, it's just dead.
Quiet.
It's just dead. You don't watch.
They don't have much zip.
There's no zip. There's no anything. It's just dead. And
think about it, Bill. Think about. You do this when you're watching games. It is amazing, like when you flip through games, how dead a stadium is, and then you flip to another one. It's like,
whoa,
yeah. There's energy.
Yeah,
like Nebraska, Colorado. If you were flipping around, you'd be like, oh my God,
that's different.
Yeah, that's different
in a good way.
Yeah,
that is your Big Ten rundown there of games.
Let's
play the game show. Give us a call right now.
Let's do it. Let's play.
464-5685. Your chance to win a business box of bagels to Bagels and Joe. How about some school nicknames today? College nicknames.
I think it could be okay, but Jake's made it so difficult. He made it so hard.
This one could be.
Yeah. He made it so hard on fun.
These will not be slam dunks here for sure. These are not just, hey, what's UTEP's nickname? These are a little tougher today.
The Miners. Are we 5-5? Is that what that says?
15-11, actually, on the right.
What am I talking about?
Good luck, Bill. When he's without you, he's 5-5 overall.
Yeah, hanging in there.
You guys are.
Yeah, let's talk about me a little bit here.
Let's play 464-5685.
That's a song.
Shut Up Sipple starts right now.
We've all been there. You're listening to the radio, and then that rage starts to grow inside of you. It starts to consume you. It gets to a point where you just want to yell, "Shut up, Sipple!" No, sorry. I'm sorry. Well, here's your chance. It's time to shut up, Sipple. Call now to play 464-5685. Shut up, Sipple. Brought to you by Bagels and Joe.
All right, 464-5685. Call the Takedown Sip and Bill in trivia against school nicknames today. Our topic, colleges you played this past weekend against ranked teams. So you should see them in the box scores here. We've got Neil. Neil, how do you feel about college nicknames today?
We'll see how it goes.
Okay, that's a good answer.
It's going to be a very hard question.
Bill is, again, Sip's lifeline here.
What's Michigan State?
No. Nope, that's not
Sparty.
Yeah. Neil, first question goes to you. Florida A&M lost to Miami 56-9 on Saturday. What is Florida A&M's nickname? Neil is driving.
Either that or he's got a clock.
I don't got it.
No guess at all.
Just guess. Just say it.
Panthers.
Good guess. Good safe guess.
Are you guys going for this one?
Rattlers.
Whoa!
Brilliant.
Bill had it.
Didn't have it.
Rattlers is correct.
Wait a second. The Florida A&M Rattlers. How'd you know that? Speaking to the microphone.
Just pay attention.
I think Bill would get the next two, and you can't use them though. I'm
Okay,
not sure
but we
you
got a
will.
1-0 lead though.
1-0 lead. Bill's out.
Listen to Jake, just his commentary.
Yes, he does. He plays like that. And now with a 1-0 lead.
Yeah, I'm just skipping.
Sip, I don't think you can get these.
Sip, this will be very hard for you.
though.
Bill could.
First question up.
I agree
1-0.
with Bill.
Nichols lost to LSU 44-21 on Saturday. What is Nichols' nickname? I think Bill would get this. I don't know.
Wait,
if Sip
Bill's
will.
from Louisiana.
He would get this. But this is for you.
Oh,
and Bill cannot.
I can't.
Bill has already got the
This
Rattlers.
is a chance to take a decisive
Nichols.
lead.
Hasn't Nebraska played Nichols?
They have. It was Nichols State back then. Now it's just Nichols.
Same nickname though, probably.
I'm gonna
right?
guess
Yes.
It's the Pirates. It's the Nichols Pirates.
No, don't say yet. All right, Neil. It is not the Pirates. We'll
Not
say
the
that.
Pirates.
The Bison.
No, not
The Bison?
No. What is it, Bill?
I'm not sure.
Nichols.
It is the Colonels.
Oh,
Colonels. So
I probably should have known that.
Neil went for that, so he's down -1.
-1 to 1.
He went for this too.
We're
You guys
in
are in a
good
good
shape.
spot.
What did
I
Neil?
like that you went for it though, Neil.
What did Neil
He
say?
said the Bison.
Yeah, it's a good.
Nichols.
The Bison
There's
roam in Louisiana.
There's a lot of buffalo in Louisiana. I've always said that. Remember when I was coaching down there? I'd go through I'd see the rice fields just full of buffalo.
There's some gators over here. There's bison
in the
over
swamp.
In the swamp.
Look at that. Look at
them
that
swim.
bison in the swamp.
Look at them swimming by.
Fighting that gator over there. Okay, Neil.
It's a swamp bison.
Web feet.
To stay alive, Neil. Northern Arizona, former stomping grounds of Bill, lost to Arizona 22-10 on Saturday. What is Northern Arizona's nickname?
This on me again?
This is for you, Neil. Northern Arizona.
Here's your chance.
I got it. The Coyotes.
Coyotes.
I like that.
Bill, tell Neil who that is.
I'm a lumberjack and I'm okay.
Yeah.
They do, tell me they do not use that song.
I don't know. They're lumberjacks.
Yeah.
Lumberjack is correct. Neil, we'll get you a bagel and coffee calling down the road. Nice try today.
Thank you, Neil.
That's a W.
Sip.
Thank you, Bill.
Let's to you, then Bill will do tiebreaker. You won.
Good job.
You've already won the
Thank
game.
you. I'm serious about this. Bill got that win. I appreciate it.
Middle Tennessee lost to Ole Miss 52-3 on Saturday. What's Middle Tennessee's nickname?
Oh, we really doing this?
Hang on a second.
The moccasins.
No.
The moccasins.
What's
the
your
water
guess, Bill?
moccasins.
I don't know
You
why.
got a guess,
I
Bill?
have no idea
Middle
why I'm drawing a
Tennessee?
blank on this. This should be a layup.
Yeah,
No.
I
This
think
should
so.
be a layup.
No, not a layup. It's you got to reach for this one.
Middle Tennessee.
Probably the only one that has this, honestly. One of a kind.
Oh, I'm going to be mad at myself.
They are the Blue Raiders.
Yeah.
Should know.
If it would have been like a connect the two, I would have got it. Hands down.
Blue Raiders.
Yes.
We got to remember that for future reference because
Yeah,
Jake
Jake comes
often
back.
doubles
Comes
back.
back.
These are all
Yes.
fresh. These are freshmen. Bill, tiebreaker. How many rushing yards did Tennessee have in its 51-10 win against NC State on Saturday?
319.
God.
Over under 319.
319. Just a little under that.
249.
Okay.
They had 460
319
total. How
is a
about
big
that? A
number.
route over NC State. 41 point
Tennessee's
win.
real, aren't they?
That got ugly. It was kind of a game for. I'll say this. I watched like 4 plays of that one. It's hard to watch a lot of football games when they're on. My exact words Saturday night late. My wife said it's really hard to watch football with you. Really hard. because I'm constantly flipping trying.
Laura said that.
Yeah, I'm trying to catch. And then there's sometimes, honestly, I'm usually going between 6 games, and all 6 are commercial. I lose my mind.
You and Jake could go to couples counseling together.
Yeah.
Couples counseling.
But I never once like that. We're feces. 6 minutes into the season.
Jake,
You don't hear the word feces very often. And you sure don't see it very often.
There was someone booing in Brewski's. It was me. It was me. He booed.
What did he say about his life? It's been
33 years. That's been my life story for 33
Maybe next year has been my life story for 33
years.
That's when you entered the darkness.
Yeah, that's
Jake.
it. And you said that. That was right away. We had a lot of comments back and forth with Jake on this.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah,
Spillover
It's awfully dark, Jake.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com. On the internet. KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket. You're listening to Early Break with Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, and Bill Busch. Sponsored by Midwest Bank. On 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Ever stare at the Hog Wild menu and feel like you just can't make up your mind because it all looks so good? Well, when I want a little bit of everything, I get a little bit of everything on Hog Wild Smokestack Sandwich. On a butter-toasted bun, we pile on our hickory smoked beef brisket and juicy hot links. The hard part is choosing between fresh curly fries, classic baked beans, or coleslaw on the side. Order online at gohogwild.com. Hog Wild Pit Barbecue, 3210 Cornhusker Highway in Lincoln.
Midwest Bank is proud to be your local community bank right here in Lincoln. This is Kim with Midwest Bank. We know there is more to your business than numbers and spreadsheets. For us at Midwest Bank, the people who make up a business matter most. We believe in getting to know you and your business and providing customized banking solutions that help protect your business and help it grow. Schedule a free consultation with us today. Your community, your bank, Midwest Bank. Learn more at midwest.bank. Member FDIC.
Unearth the secret to long-lasting tires at Tread's Central Tire Pros, a league apart in commitment, service, and expertise. This isn't just about rubber meeting the road, but trust, safety, and surety converging in perfect harmony. This is where expectations are exceeded every time. Make your appointment today at Tread's Central Tire Pros, just south of Cortland on Highway 77, or visit our website to explore our services. Remember, when it comes to tires, choose Tread Central Tire Pros because we tread differently.
Primary care that understands you. At CHI Health Clinic, our dedicated primary care team takes time to hear you, understand you, and get to know you and your family at every stage of life. We believe in building lasting relationships with our patients. That's why we offer convenient, affordable health care close to home or work. Find out how we treat your whole family like family at chihealth.com/primary care.
Are you or someone you love struggling with substance use? The Bridge Behavioral Health in Lincoln offers outpatient therapy for those 19 and over. The Bridge is conveniently located in the South Haymarket and near city bus lines. With payment options through insurance and a sliding fee scale, services are available for any adult 19 and over seeking help. Call 402-477-3951 to learn more or schedule your appointment today. The Bridge Behavioral Health is a local substance use treatment facility offering hope and a solid foundation for recovery through substance use treatment and behavioral health interventions.
Hey farmers, wouldn't it be nice if you could cut your herbicide cost by up to 85%? Now you can with Green Eye technology for your sprayer. Green Eye system integrates seamlessly with your current sprayer and works by identifying and spraying only the weeds. Reduce the threat of herbicide resistance, be environmentally friendly, and save a ton of money. Oh, and there's no acres fee. This is the precision spraying solution you've been waiting for. Contact Boyk Farmers Outfitters to get set up with Green Eye or check them out at BOECK.FarmOutfitters.com.
This is former Husker and NFL linebacker Jay Foreman. For years, I've suffered from degenerative problems in both of my ankles, but thanks to a thorough and thought-out plan provided by Advanced Medical Imaging, I was able to get my life back with the least amount of pain as possible. While working through multiple options, the team of physicians at Advanced Medical Imaging were there to answer any questions I had. If you're experiencing any pain at all and want to get your life back, go to amimaging.com or give them a call at 402-484-6677. Advanced Medical Imaging, located at 7601 Pioneers Boulevard.
A fall aeration by Judson Irrigation will help maintain your lawn
by maximizing the effectiveness of your watering and fertilization. Judson will flag the locations of your sprinkler heads, followed by a deep core aeration to give your lawn the breath of fresh air it needs. Schedule your aeration today. Your lawn will love you for it.
Let us aerate today to ensure a healthy head start for your lawn next spring. Go to judsonirrigation.com or call Judson Bylene 402-420-6277.
It's the greatest time of the year again. Kickoff is here and football is officially back. Over 1 million fans across 33 states got in the game last year by making picks on Underdog, and this year you can too. Making picks on Underdog is straightforward and signing up is even easier. Just head over to Underdog's simple-to-use mobile app or UnderdogFantasy.com and sign up with promo code EARLY, and Underdog will give you a free pick to use on your first cash pick'em entry, plus up to $1,000 in bonus cash when you deposit. That's Underdog Fantasy, promo code EARLY to claim your new customer special of a free pick and your deposit offer. Must be 19 plus in Nebraska and present in a state where Underdog Fantasy operates. Terms apply. Concerned with your play? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit www.ncpgambling.org.
Riddles Jewelry is excited to be celebrating 65 years. 65 years of so many incredible memories celebrating with each of your special moments. In celebration of the 65th Riddles Jewelry anniversary, we will be offering up to 40% off all engagement rings and all diamond fashion jewelry. The excitement doesn't stop there. Riddles Jewelry is also offering 18 months, 0% interest and $0 down financing on all qualifying purchases. Riddles Jewelry has always been known for incredible customer service, one of the largest selections of engagement rings, and don't forget about the on-site jeweler. Come celebrate with us at Riddles Jewelry, your one-stop diamond shop with exclusive Levian jewelry, Pandora Charm jewelry, and more. All at Riddles inside Gateway Mall.
Anybody who knows me knows I was cocky out of the womb.
It's Early Break. Weekday mornings from 6 to 8 on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
It is time for the spillover with Rap and AD, sponsored by our friends at Raising Cane's. It's their golden birthday on August 28th. They had it. They're still keeping the celebration going through tomorrow by giving away $100,000 worth of prizes, including a chance to win a 10-ounce gold bar. Go to RaisingCanesBirthday.com to learn more. And again, Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers, one love. Gentlemen, welcome to 2-0 Victory Monday in Lincoln, Nebraska. Feels good, doesn't it? It feels good. Raph?
AD's with us. AD and Raph are with us.
Yeah,
Welcome
absolutely.
to the studio. 2-0 Nebraska, 28-10. Did you think it would be that decisive?
Yes.
Jeez.
I didn't think it'd be that decisive.
Yeah.
I thought if they followed the keys to the game that were so clearly illustrated by us
on the pregame show,
yep, that they would. I would didn't do think it. it'd be that bad. I thought 34 to, like I said, 34-27 or something like that.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
didn't see us holding Colorado only 7 points.
10.
I mean, but I'm saying touchdowns. I mean,
Oh,
just
yeah.
7 points.
How about
a
that?
team that explosive? But I think what it showed more than anything else, their offensive line is absolutely trash.
2 straight years of that, by the way.
Well, tell us how you really
It
feel.
was bad last year. It was bad this year.
You think it's
They're-
trash?
They're pretty bad, Sip. I
You
mean,
know-
we knew they was porous. We didn't know it was that
It's
bad.
I hate taking shots at this, but it's amazing that when your quarterback doesn't drop snaps and throw untimely picks, that O-line was bad last year for Colorado, but Nebraska hurt themselves time and time again. When you don't hurt yourselves, you can beat a team like that pretty easily.
Tip your cap. I mean, it's almost. Well, I mean, I don't want to put words in anybody's mouth or say how you guys are thinking, but it's almost like I'm starting to take Dylan for granted already. He has a lot of poise. Dylan has a lot of poise.
It's you know
I don't
what?
worry about him at all.
No, and you know what? I'm going to say this after Brad answers this. I'm going to say this, man. Tony White dialed up some major packages that were just insane. But I want you to go ahead and talk about Dylan first.
No,
But
let's just switch it.
Even with Tony White, though,
Switch it to Dylan.
He wasn't super exotic with his packages. He just, like even Coach Rule said after the game,
they only blitzed all night long, only 3-4 guys. What he would do sometimes was he'd take one of those D linemen and back him into coverage, and then they'd bring a fourth guy from.
Oh,
but it wasn't super. It played too. Like we talked about it. If they could only have to blitz 3 or 4 guys and clog those passing lanes, it'd be trouble. And it came to fruition.
Guys, you can do a lot, and a defense can look really good when they play as a team. This is a team defense, and I was telling the guys earlier, the thing to always keep in mind as you go through this year is that's 7 seniors and 4 juniors. It's an old, established, veteran crew,
right?
And you see that.
Yeah, you do.
They're grown men out there.
They are,
and they play really well together. They're really well coached. They have a chance to be a really good defense this year.
And sorry.
Go ahead, Ralph.
I was going to say too. Another thing is they weren't rotating that much on Saturday.
Not as much.
Like there's still guys like I'm still waiting for Cam Lenhart. I still think he's going to make it.
You haven't seen a lot of him.
He made a play. He made 1 or 2 plays in that game.
Yeah, Lenhart is basically. I think what they do pretty much is just sub in for Butler. When Butler goes out, Lenhart goes in, and that's a great tandem.
Yeah,
I don't think you saw. I mean, I should know this because we do snap counts on Husker Online. I don't know how much Van Poppel played. I don't know how much Vincent Carroll Jackson played. I need to look at that stuff still. But no, they are really good in the front. Well, I was going to say they're really good in the front 7, but they're really good in the back end too.
Yeah, they are.
I mean,
they are. You know that pick that Hill had was right. That was right in front of us.
How about that?
And
the stadium went crazy.
Yeah, I was there with. I happened to be standing next to it was Tyrone Williams, E. Stokes, and
wow.
I figured it was right next to it. You know, Tyrone being one of the best to ever do it here at Nebraska.
Oh, absolutely.
Just says, man, that young man is special.
Tyrone Williams said that?
That young man is special.
Really?
The way he jumped on it, they obviously seen something in film, you know, but Hill is going to have, he jumped that route hard and just was like,
Jake, don't forget, Field Yates had him as a first-round draft pick this upcoming season.
Okay, now listen.
He moved up Saturday.
That means a lot to me, AD. That I'm old enough to remember Ty Williams.
Mm-hmm.
That's one of the best corners I've ever seen here.
Yeah.
For him to say that.
Oh, yeah.
That's an endorsement.
Absolutely. In fact, you see the one on video. I seen this yesterday because I think Rico sent it to me. You see me and Tyrone just walking down the sideline, like with our hands in there like that. Because it was just to see him, the praise to see those guys like that, one of the best to do it. You know, and Hill's big. See, I never seen Hill up close. He's a big kid.
He's a big dude, big
his
corner.
measurables, he's a big corner.
Big corner.
His arms are long.
Yeah,
quick,
his levers are
very
long.
lanky.
Yeah.
Very lanky. Because a lot of those guys, that was the first time I'd seen him up close. Since last year.
Yeah, he told me when he got here, his goal was to play in the NFL. He wants to be an NFL player. He's all into playing the NFL. He's got himself in position.
Yes, he does.
Gonna have a chance.
He does.
That's it for us. Reminder, check out Green Eye with Boyk Farm Outfitters. Savings to 85% on herbicide. Also, no per acre fees. Guys, enjoy the drive. It's a victory Monday.
Yeah, it
It'll be a
is.
fun
Good job,
show.
Raph.
Raph, AD,
Raph
and
is gonna be
AG.
the most of talker because this voice is pretty much shot.
And Dylan Raiola is awesome.
Hey, Dylan is reliable. That's what I'm saying. I don't worry about it.
He does things. I don't even think he does things that. Just watched him Saturday. Like even the scramble where he threw the ball out of bounds. I mean, just
smart.
It's smart football.
Smart football player.
More celebration next on the drive. We'll see you guys tomorrow. See you.
Are you ready for a new opportunity? Check out Sandhills Global. Join a dynamic team where your skills are valued and your career can soar.